Alrighty folks, hello there, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena Draft video, and as you can see I'm in Dumpster Mythic, and the Kaladesh Remastered is going to end soon, so I'm just going to click the go button and fire one off ASAP. I knew I should have recorded some more content on my channel since I don't have too much Kaladesh Remastered, but basically spent my time fooling around, not taking any of my drafts seriously, and this is where I end up. But yeah, pretty much drafted has said a lot already, so I pretty much understand what we should do. Pack one, pick one. Bull map is Courier, pretty good if you were in red aggro. Just a nice value and creature, and yeah, if you can play this early and connect with it, is great. However, if you play it in the late game and you don't have anything to back this up, it's not that great, since it's pretty easy to block. The uncommons are all okay. There's Tezra's Touch in two colors, which I consider the weakest in the set. Ether Meltdown, decent energy card, / removal spell. Ovo Chase Dragster, great in the vehicle, aggro vehicle decks. And then at common, we do see Sky Skiff, Daring Demolition, and Druida the Cow. So yeah, pretty interesting pack here. Removal is not great in this set, especially sorcery speed removal, so I'm much more interested in grabbing threats early on. And then between all these threats, which one do I prefer? It's either between maybe Sky Skiff or Bowmat Courier. Yeah, this card can gain decent value. Like if we can get a hidden really early with this, it can be pretty fun. But yeah, I still think it's maybe Sky Skip since this can be easily blocked and one toughness is really bad. And I just want to stay open, so we'll take Sky Skip and then follow up with an Ether Chaser, which is great, the best red common in a set. There's also a Shielded Ether Thief if we're doing a more controlling energy build, but I think Ether Chaser is just better. So, how we first picking the Bowmat Courier, we would have like a 1-drop and a 2-drop to curve out with. But again, Bowmat Courier is fine, but it just gets blocked by servo tokens all day. Like you can get maybe 1 attack in or 2 attacks in, and it could be fine, but it does sacrifice itself eventually to maybe just replace itself. So like the first attack essentially replaces itself. If you can get a second attack, you're pretty lucky, and then the third attack obviously is really good. So Bowmat Courier just needed a lot of good things. Just had too many requirements, where Sky Skiff was just a much more well-rounded card. You can play this in any color, essentially, and I didn't have to really choose. Like, overall, the power level of that pack wasn't amazing, but we'll take an Ether Chaser here. Draft maybe a red aggressive deck. I'll probably take a second one over Dawn Feather Eagle and the Tomb of Ether and Gear Seeker Serpent, all really excellent cards as well. But there's no reason just to pivot off color, just take an Ether Chaser for now, and then we have a nice setup again for a red aggressive energy or an artifacts improvised deck. So cards like whatchamacallit, the Brawler, the 3/3 Menace is going to be great, and then creatures we can ramp out. Okay, this pack is really interesting. There's Revoke Privileges, Monstrous Onslaught, and Druid the Cow all in the same pack as well. Really great cards. So we have a choice between red, green, or red, white. I'm a big fan of both red and green in general in the sets. The Monstrous Onslaught isn't going to be great unless we have creatures with high power, for the most part. But I still think it could be the best card in this pack, because it can potentially lead for like lead to a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1 if you get lucky. Revoke Privileges I've seen go pretty late, and there's also Ether Dearest, which is okay, but I'll take a Monstrous Onslaught. Not a big fan of the blue commons unless it's Ether Super. Wow, Whirler Virtuoso, perfect. Yeah, great in the blue-red energy / improvise deck. It's mostly about improvising, but it does have this sub-theme of doing energy. And I think I like it over in License Disintegration. The value of this is just really immense. Again, this is a set all about value. Like, removal is always good and decent, but you can generate so much like servos and thopters in a set and go so wide that a single removal spell might not be enough sometimes. So I think I'll take Whirler Virtuoso. Alternatively, yep, these are all great uncommons, but Whirler Virtuoso is a mythic uncommon. So we'll take it here, and then knowing that we're maybe going to be in blue-red, we could consider a Trophy Mage. Can help us find maybe a 3-drop artifact, which could be pretty neat. Alternatively, sorry guys, I'm hiccuping. There's Built to Smash if we were going to be a little bit more aggressive. Pretty good of artifacts too, pretty good Ether Chaser, but I'll just take a Trophy Mage for now. It seems like blue is open. Could play either Select for Inspection or Malfunction, or even Hidden Stockpile. Hidden Stockpile is very good, but it's the 2 colors we're not in. So I can take this Implement of Examination, decent artifact to search for with the Trophy Mage. Also can help us ramp and improvise. Malfunction, again, not a big fan of it, so. And then there's a Barricade Breaker we can ramp into, so kind of a perfect card for our blue-red artifacts deck. Alternatively, Ether Theorist could be fine. Even playing a 2-mana 1/1 is fine, even if you can't sack the Simic Servo, it could be okay at times, but Barricade Breaker is what we're trying to do, and we could just take an Ether Meltdown, just because sometimes, again, there's a bit of an energy theme in blue-red, as you can see, so we'll take this. Yeah, we already have our direction. This is a pretty fun deck. I was reading the Alex Nikolic Quarter Calls channel, and he said that this could arguably be the best deck in the set. Not sure about that. I'll take a P-Foul as an artifact, can give us some evasion. Crusher is fine, but I don't like too many vehicles, especially if they're clunky, expensive, and they require a lot to crew, which is usually round 3. So, blue-red artifacts energy seems really fun. And then next draft set is going to be Ikoria. Basically, in that one, I'm just going to force cycling and and meme it up. Wow, I can't believe Gear Seeker Serpent is pick 11. This is the second best blue common, in my opinion, behind Ether Swooper. That'd be really powerful. Sounding Gremlins could also be pretty strong in this deck. Now that we're making artifacts, Fireforge's Puzzle Knot can punish one toughness, but yeah, Salving Gremlins can definitely do a lot of work, I imagine. Like, even if it trades off, it's trampling for a lot of damage, so. But the Fireforge's Puzzle Knot could also, again, be fine. So, so that's why 1 toughness isn't great in this set. Could also main deck Destructive Tampering. So yeah, just a really excellent first pick pack. Some great, so we could use some big top-end improvised creatures, some ways to generate servo tokens as well early on. And Orthopters. Energy is also a bit of a minor theme we could focus on. This card is okay. Yeah, this pack sucks. Best card is like Henny's Expertise, Nature's Way. Yeah, this pack is overall just very bad. I could just take the rare for the collection for the most part. I don't think we're going to be milling them out with this type of deck that's looking to beat down. As you can see, all these cards are pretty aggressive. I guess there's Workshop Assistant as a 3-mana artifact we can get back. Can help me get back cards like Barricade Breaker. I can't believe I'm first picking this card, though. This is pretty sad, but it might be the correct thing to do. Not sure. I'll just take the rare. I'm not sure if I'll play it. I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, but it's pretty pathetic taking a Workshop Assistant over Henny's Expertise or like the green removal spell. Alright, some great cards. Skyship Plunderer can help with the whole energy theme. There's another great improvised payoff with Windkin Raiders. Long Tusk Cub is pretty good, but not our cards. There's also a secondary Sky Skiff. I think I'm down to just take the Windkin Raiders. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind Skyship Plunderer. It's a good 2-drop. But it's only great if we have energy in the first place, or we have 1/1 counters. So yeah, this is best in like blue-green, and like, yeah, this is best in blue-green. I think I like the Windkin Raiders. Gives me enough more top end to ramp into before I improvise. This is also a pretty interesting card, but there's not too many instances in sorceries you're too interested in casting. It's a pretty low instant in sorcery set. It's all about artifacts, which is what we're trying to do. Yeah, so this deck looks really awesome. Spire Patrol and the Splash are just Inventor's Goggle or Scrapper Champion. Inventor's Goggle is excellent, though. Scrapper Champion is also very excellent. Just a 4-mana 2/2 double strike that, 4-mana 3/3 double strike, essentially. Has much more focus on energy, but I think it's great. Alternatively, we're looking at Inventor's Goggles, which is might just be the better card, actually. It just has the most synergy for our type of deck that we're trying to build. Yeah, this card's fine. I think this card is going to be as best in green, red energy. Like, for the most part, we're not going to be sinking too much energy unless we're doing World Virtuoso. And we're going to use this energy to give this a 1/1 counter anyways. So I think it's actually the Inventor's Goggles. Just a very high overperformer. Great card, especially with curving out with Ether Theorist. Yeah, we'll just take another Gear Seeker Serpent. Discards Busted in this deck. Alternatively, there's a Renegade Map or Leave in the Dust, but just take a million Gear Seeker Serpents, ramp them out with our artifact, smash basically. Like just a one drop artifact does so much for this sort of deck. Now that we have a lot of top end, I don't know if I want to prioritize the Gear Seeker Serpents. Probably not. We probably need some Ether Swoopers or Ether Chasers on turn 2 to help us curve out into some of these top end bombs or mythic commons, so to speak. No artifacts here I'm too interested in. What does this do? Gain 3 life, sacrifice a draw card. I guess it's an artifact that helps us ramp. It's a pretty bad one though. I mean, it's not the worst. It is an artifact, but maybe it's just Tezzeret's Ambition. Not sure I'll play it. I'll put it in the sideboard for now. Could also consider Fenhauler on the splash, but I'll put it in the sideboard. It's probably, I mean, the bad artifacts are probably going to wheel anyways. Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. Okay, I mean, oh, never mind. There's Welding Sparks. Welding Sparks is going to overperform. I'll take this because this is just a better card than Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. And again, we can always pick up one maybe next pack. It will be a decent 2-drop artifact for this deck too. Can punish 1 toughness and then also helps us ramp into our big improvised late game cards. Or mid game cards. I mean, we can even cast this for like 4 mana if we're crazy. Like I can imagine it just like 4 mana, it's 5/6 that casts 6 mana, has a menacing to become unblockable. Yeah, this card is just nutty. Yeah, I'll take another Sky Skiff. There's also another Salving Gremlins. Ether Trade Winds is medium. Pretty decent if we have better enter the battlefield effects, but we don't have too many. I care about bouncing back. Maybe Roll Virtuoso, and that's pretty much it. So we'll just take another Sky Skiff. And I do want more Ether Chasers and Ether Swoopers to help us, again, curve out. Could also use one more copy of Inventor's Goggles, so... yeah, we'll play a million Gear Seeker Serpents. Now we probably don't even need the Windkin Raiders anymore, if I'm crazy enough. I can also just take a Build to Smash too. But come on, we can't really pass a triple Gear Seeker Serpent. That's lunacy. We can't do that. Take a Thriving Turtle. Not sure we'll play it. There's also Insert Inquiries, but again, we're not really an energy mill deck. We have a game plan. We have a win condition. We have our triple Gear Seeker Serpents that'll help us win the game, and we got Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. Perfect. So just need 4 more, maybe like 4 more cards. We can even run 16 lands, given that we have all these artifacts to help us ramp. Ice Over, pretty bad card, but I might play it in case we're lacking removal. I guess I could have taken the red removal spell. There's Leaving the Dust, which I could also play. Yeah, I should have taken maybe Build to Smash. It seems to make the most sense for this type of deck. Ooh, Pendulum of Patterns. Okay, we wield it, but I'm not sure we want to play it now with all these better 2-drop artifacts in the deck. So, not sure. We'll see. Ether Chaser. Okay, we'll play another 2-drop that can make an artifact. There's a Scrapper Champion. We'll take this. Instead, we'll get more artifact 2-drops. I mean, this counts as like basically almost a Fireforger's Puzzle Knot, right? So we don't even need to play the Fireforger's Puzzle Knot for the most part. We can easily just play this, attack, make a servo token, and take it from there. Like, this is literally used just to ramp these guys out. Yeah, we'll take Ether Swooper. Perfect. Another Inventor's Goggles, but we gotta take Ether Swooper here, I have to imagine. Inventor's Goggle, I'm hoping I can wheel. Here we could take another Ether Chaser. I'll play a million copies of these if I have to. There's another Scrapper Champion, Renegade Map. But we'll play a million of these, run 16 lands, because we can easily ramp out our artifacts as long as we can resolve our 2-drops. Might not even need the Trophy Mage plus a Trophy Mage in this deck. It can be kind of weird if we draw the Implement of Examination. I'm not sure. Oh, Harness Lightning is great. I'll take it over Glimmer Genius, which I would be happy to play. Ooh, Swipeworks Brawl is also fantastic, but we can't really pass up the Harness Lightning here. Premium removal is premium removal, and that's what our deck kind of needs for the most part. So I mean, these two could be cuttable too if we pick up better quality cards. Silent Gremlins also could be cuttable. Like, I know it will overperform in this deck, but it does just trade off. For the most part, this card just ends up trading off. Deals a ton of damage if we were able to trigger multiple artifacts. It just trades off. It's kind of an underwhelming card, I think, if we're going to be building this type of deck. I mean, I definitely might want to play the Implement because it just draws this card. We need some cycling in this deck, ways to leverage some card advantage if we do end up like not finding our top end cards to ramp into. It can be kind of awkward. So could even consider the Tezzeret's Ambition, which will also be good in this deck since we are not forced to discard a card since we're going to have a lot of artifacts in play. Leaving the Dust is also okay. It only cantrips, but it's whatever. It's not an exciting card. I guess we can take our Build to Smash. There's a second Implement now. I guess I'll just take the second Implement, given that we have a Trophy Mage. Also, 4 mana draw 2. Build to Smash could be fine. Yeah, we'll just take another one. So now it seems a lot better to play the Trophy Mage to at least find one of the Implements if we draw it. And yeah, I think we might just run 16 lands, given that we have so much of this stuff to ramp into. So what's the final card? We could just take a Malfunction. We could also take Metallic Rebuke. It's going to be pretty decent in this deck. Same with Build to Smash. There's also Weldfast Monitor on 3. We don't have too many 3-drops. We have like some 3-drops artifacts. So some interesting options here. Malfunction's okay. This is also very okay-ish. I think I just like the Weldfast Monitor here. Gives me another creature artifact. And now I could actually just cut one Implement since this also helps me find Weldfast Monitor. So we don't need to play double Implement. One could be okay. And then we could just throw in maybe Leaving the Dust if we don't find any more playables. Just to have a little bit more interaction. The cantrips, not a bad card. Yeah, this deck could be something like this. In terms of creatures, 14 could be fine. We have a lot of 1/1 servals that can crew Sky Skiffs. I could use another Inventor's Goggles too. Ooh, Chandra's Spark Helix. I could just take this over Leaving the Dust. It's probably just better. We have a way to punish 1 toughness now. So I guess these are more the weaker cards I'm not too interested in. Yeah, we could add one more playable, just cut the random Destructive Tampering. Is it crazy going 15 lands? It is probably crazy going 15 lands too, so I'm probably not gonna do that. Ooh, Welding Sparks. Wow, there's also Chief of the Foundry, pretty good with the Sky Skips, good with Weldfast Monitor, good with some of the other artifacts, but I still think it's the Welding Sparks here. Definitely an upgrade over Destructive Tampering. And yeah, we do have some good removal now. A 1-drop artifact. Ooh, Relentless Farweaver. It's okay. Illusion Stratagem. Maybe we're more interested in cards like Build to Smash in this deck. I don't know. I don't think I'm playing any of those. Like, we have a decent amount of removal. Goggles is great. These 2-drops are all excellent. The Sky Skiff is excellent. Weldfast Monitors and maybe Implement more of our weaker cards, but they are artifacts for the Trophy Mage to search up. P-File is also is fine 4-drop as well. Tezzeret's Ambition is also one of the more weaker cards, but it is card advantage when we need it. Rebuke could always be main deckable, but you know, we could just run something like this. Run 16 lands. Blue-red Improvise can be kind of fun. And I think I need to run the card advantage cards because we do need to find our bombs to ramp into, and we'll just go like 8/8. It seems pretty good. Looking at the cards 14 and 10. Okay. His artifact seems really good. We'll just throw in Roller Virtuoso. Alright, Ether Chaser's on 2. Just needs some top end. Seems fine. Hopefully you don't flood out too much running 16 lands. Hopefully no Pyro Helix. Pyro Helix would suck against 2 Ether Chasers. So opponents also playing blue-red Improvise, okay? Yeah, Inventor's Goggles would be nutty in our deck too. If he attacks, do I block? Probably not. I mean, it's okay if he uses a pump trick on this just to get by this. Scrapper Champion has double strike. We can always trade first strike with it as well. It's not the worst. Yeah, I'll attack with both. Could always play Ether Chaser, keep up Ether Meltdown. Which is probably what I'm going to do, because I do want to lock down the Scrapper Champion before it becomes a big issue. The question is, do I also block if he decides to attack? It's going to be an annoying chump blocker as well. It's going to become a 3/3 chump blocker. I'll do it because next turn I'll be able to make 2 artifact tokens anyway, so we'll try this instead. And I think I block it. The reason why I think I want to block this is because like, let's say he makes more energy and he makes this into and he puts more toughness onto this. It just ends up blocking my 2/1. So I think I go for the double block here. Not sure if this is correct. It could be totally wrong, but we'll see. You could have like a build to smash here. I can imagine it. Okay, Welding Sparks, sure. I mean, it still doesn't kill my 1/1 servo token, so I think that's fine. Ooh, Roller Virtuoso is insanely busted, but we'll just attack with both of these. Yeah, Ether Chaser is just such a nutty card. Do we want to play 3 mana Gear Seeker Serpent? If I play this, I guess it's 2 mana next turn. I guess if I play... So I can play Roller Virtuoso. I guess I can play Roller Virtuoso, make a token. You know what? Let's just play it. Let's just play it. Let's not mess around. A 5/6 is just going to do so much here. Lathu Sailback is pretty good, so I don't really want to attack into this because he can just block. Inventor's Goggles is really excellent too. Yeah, there's just so much shit we can do. Yeah, let's just play this. I could also equip and attack for 4. If I attack with all, what happens if he double blocks? This is how much damage? 4/8. So if I equip this, I could also just still attack. Lots of interesting options. Yeah, I could just equip and attack here. I can equip here, attack with all. What happens? He blocks here, he blocks here. I guess he's forced to chump the Gear Seeker Serpent then. So yeah, I think we actually attack here. So I think we equip here and then just attack with all. Actually, no. He can block here, he can block here. But then he's going to die next turn. Yeah, you know what? This is okay. Let's do this. Oh, he had a chump blocker here. Okay. I guess that wasn't the best attack. But he's basically dead anyways next turn, so I'm not sure about that. That was a little bit of a question mode thing to do. Let's just equip it here, so maybe next turn we'll have lethal if we do an all-out attack. Yeah, I forgot he had a chump blocker. That was a little bit of maybe a misplay. But I didn't really want him to double block, and you know, if we get Lion at the top, we can just make this unblockable and kill him. This card's a house, like it requires a very specific answer to deal with. Okay, at least so he locks down my land for one turn, so he can't really do anything. So if I attack with all, let's say he blocks here. I mean, he could double block, technically speaking. But so maybe we don't want to do that. Yeah, let's just play maybe Whirler Virtuoso. And yeah, do I want to equip it? Yeah, I'll equip. And then we'll say go. Can make a Thother token end of turn. We don't have a ton of energy to provide to this, but it's still just a good card, you know. It's not going to overperform, though. I feel like. There's also games where we could just play these out, and then... Sure, I mean, I'm happy that I've actually moved the Aurora Virtuoso, but the fact he's forced to use Chandra's whatever on an island's kind of sad, so... Yeah, he's afraid I'm just going to draw a land and then just go off. So we have two evasive threats next turn, Garrus Seeker Serpent and Peafowl. So opponent's on the clock here, and he also doesn't have enough energy with the Era of Innovation. His deck seems okay, but you can see how cards like Chandra's Revolution can underperform. Like, 4 mana is very clunky. There's a lot of excellent 2-drops that can just help you go wide. So you definitely need to be fast in this format. I think this format is kind of definitely aggressive because some of these, the 2-1 serval makers that can just help you ramp out into large threats like your Seeker Serpent. So I think this format can be pretty... I mean, it can also be very controlling with you do the whole modules, but the modules take a lot to set up. Whereas, like, it's easy to just play 2-drops, make a servo, and then ramp out like a large creature. And then green also can just curve out and do disgusting things as well, so... The argument is if Bowman Courier would have been good. I still don't think so. We just don't have ways to back it up. We don't have any built-to smashes, and yeah, it ends up just drawing a card basically, and essentially just dying. That's basically it. Since it needs to attack in order to gain value here, I can play Sky Skiff on 2, Trophy Mage for maybe a Monitor, or at least the Implement, and then help us ramp into our Windkin Seekers. I think that's okay. Hey, we drew our Monitor, so I'm hoping we don't actually draw the Implement. That would suck. Question is, do I actually play the Well-Fast Monitor first? By playing the Well-Fast Monitor, it does make it quicker for us to get out the Windkin Raiders. I can also consider killing this as well. Wow, we just drew the Implement. Wow, that has to be the worst luck ever, having Trophy Mage in our hand and drawing both our 3-mana artifacts. I mean, it is what it is, so whatever, I'll try this. I could also trade, but man, I do want to maybe ramp out the Windkin Raiders, so I'm not sure. I could also block here, but he could Subtle Strike. So I probably don't even want to block, and I'll probably just take the 2 damage. Okay, Die Young, I'll crew here. He gains 2 life, but that's fine. Now that he's all tapped out, this is fine. Yeah, the worst feeling in the world is maybe just having drawing both of the cards that you could have drawn off of the Trophy Mage. So I should have actually... I mean, yeah, we drew the turn that we also... that we were planning to either just debate between Trophy Mage and the Well-Fast Monitor. So that was just really bad luck, but whatever. It is what it is. This is fine. I can use this to attack, make a servo token. It's a little bit mana inefficient. The 2/2 doesn't really do much either. He can make a 1/1 token with this the next following turn. think I'm down to just maybe be mana efficient here or just play the Implement to get the Windkin Raiders out. Maybe playing the Implement is fine, because if I get a land next turn, I can still ramp out the Windkin Raiders. And I only take a little bit of damage here, it's not a big deal. Propeller Pioneer, okay. A 3-2, so that can trade. So now the fact that you can trade means that I might want to harness Lightning this and kill this, potentially. It is a little bit awkward for a mana, though. I can also just ramp out the Windkin Raiders, take 3, and take it from there. P-File, if we had an extra mana, we could use this to do something, but I think I could also trade out the Sky Skip. But if I want to trade out the Sky Skip, I do need to play the P-File, perhaps. And then that way we will still have the turn to play the Windkin Raiders the next following turn. So I think we do this and trade off the Sky Skip. And then we can still ramp out the Windkin Raiders next turn, because this will potentially just... I mean, and if he has removal for this, that's gonna suck though. I still think maybe it's worth trading here, because if I get a land, I can still ramp out Windkin Raiders. So I think I'm trading here if he has a removal spell. Yeah, I'll trade. I don't want to take too much damage. And at least one land can allow me to ramp into the Windkin Raiders. And this can't really even block the 3-2 anyways. So I think I'm okay with the trade. Attacks with a 1-1 token, but I still think I blocked the 3-2. I don't want to take damage from this thing forever. He could also have a trick. Okay. Overall, opponent's not doing anything too crazy and impressive. There's no, like... Yeah, he's not doing anything too crazy. He's just going wide here a bit. But we should be able to stall the ground. Okay, Ether Chaser, and then I guess the Ether Meltdown could be okay. I could also just draw a card here. But, I mean, land can allow me to ramp into the Windkin Raider, so this is fine. The question is, do I even flash any... Like, I don't even care about this, honestly. Like, this 2-3 can keep hitting me, and I'm totally fine. So I'll just block a 1-1 Servo token. Yeah. I'll eat a free 1-1. And, you know, again, I'm not going to do much. Yeah, the opponent's not doing anything here. I don't even care, honestly. This is just, he's just trying to go wide and smash here. Ooh, Roller Virtuoso, that's a really good one, too. Now, this can effectively block the 3-2 now. I can also attack here and make a Servo token. Which is also pretty useful, but we might want to do that next turn so we can ramp out the Windkin Raiders. And then just stay back with everything here. So we'll just say go. Not going to sacrifice the Implement because, again, we can tap it to get a discounted Windkin Raiders, which could be nice. So I'm going to double block here, I think, and then just block a 1-1 token, take 3. Hopefully no top deck removal. That would suck. Just whiff for a turn, opponent. Please, just whiff. Okay, you whiffed. Thank God. Hey, we can add even more energy. I could just ramp out the Implement. We could also just add more energy for the hell of it. Like, say, just put another Ether Chaser. Like, we can even cast Ether Meltdown end of turn if we want to. Like, that's pretty crazy if you think about it. Yeah, very, very interesting decisions here. Yeah, you know what? Let's get out the Ether Chaser here. If we make a 1-1 Servo token, the question is, I guess we have 4 mana available. I can ramp out 3 artifacts. You know what? Let's just say go. I can also attack for 1 here. You know, let's just say go. I also don't want to trade off my artifact here because I can use it to block 1-1 here if I want to, so this is fine. Opponent's just not doing anything. I don't really care. I'm hoping he doesn't have some sort of sweeper. I mean, that would suck, but, like, I do need to, like, play stuff out. Okay, now we can just use the Windkin Raiders to ramp. Can Harness Lightning here as well. It's not the worst too. Deal 3. And then we can attack or stay back. We'll probably still want to stay back here. And I guess I can also sacrifice this end of turn as well. Ooh, Inventor's Goggles, sure. So I can also attach this onto the Ether Chaser as well. I think I'm more interested in just getting this onto maybe a flyer and then just attacking. Gotta be careful not to commit too much, but I think attacking with these two should be fine. And then I can also play Trophy Mage, but I think I just want to keep up my instances here. We'll see go. If he attacks, I'm probably fine using Ether Meltdown on the 2-3. Ether Swooper, okay. I think we're more interested in just saving up energy now and just making 1/1 Thopters. You know what? I think I will actually equip here and then attack with my flyers. And then play Trophy Mage out and then have a 2-mana instant up. Play land, play the Trophy Mage, and then keep up Harness Lightning plus Ether Meltdown. Seems pretty good. No, we'll decline here, and then we'll just pass a turn. Could equip the Goggles, but again, I want to keep up my instances. You could have a Sweeper, but I mean, I'm still going for it, right? This is still fine. This is still fine. I believe, yeah, let's just attack with the Flyers now. Could also start attacking the ground attackers too. We're not gonna. Yeah, this is okay. I'll equip here just in case he has something that can deal with toughness. I mean, I guess means yeah. Let's just do this just in case he has that -3/-3 ability. I forgot what that card is. The Yahenni's Expertise, which I'm really afraid of. If he has a go wide pump trick, I can still respond and take out his creatures. Herald of Anguish. Okay, that's really scary. I guess I can Ether Meltdown to put an enchantment here and then kill it. Yeah, I guess if he just wants to sacrifice this bunch of stuff. Okay. This only happens on his end step, so I think what I want to do is I want to just flash this in right now on the Pillar Bug. Make some energy. And then shoot this down for 5, I think. Okay, so he's going to sacrifice 3 artifacts to handle that. Yeah, this card needs to go. And then if we attack with all, it's lethal, right? Yeah, we got him. At least it wasn't the the demon that enters the battlefield and give all creatures -2/-2. Oh my god, that card would have completely blown me out. So maybe I should have still kept the whatchamacallit, the goggles on the Ether Swooper. But either way, like I couldn't really predict what type of rares he would have. Just black has just so many like these -X sweepers. Okay, Ether Swooper, Sky Skiff. Yeah, I think we can go Sky Skiff first. I'm hoping I don't accidentally, like, I mean, actually just freaking, end up drawing my 3-mana artifacts. But that's probably, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. There's one. Alright, I guess I just play Sky Skiff first, because I'm planning on playing the Trophy Mage, crewing in and attacking. I think that beats maybe the Ether Swooper, because it's almost the same thing. And at least he can't target the Ether Swoopers. I mean, he can't target the Sky Skiff unless he has Destructive Tampering. Foundry Inspector is also pretty good. Okay, at least we didn't draw it, so thank God, and we'll play it now, just in case. Question is, do we even crew and attack? Probably not. I think we might have to just stay back to block this. Because trading 2 for 3 isn't worth it here, I don't think. And then we can play Gear Seeker Serpent for 5, or less if we play out the rest of the other artifacts and take it from there. Wow, Pillar Bug. Okay, this opponent's all in. Black-red artifacts. At least I can maybe use this to block off one of these. So I don't think I want to necessarily be aggressive in this scenario. So I think I'll play Well-Fast Monitor here and then just pass. Question is, do I want to trade off any artifacts? Probably not. But this attack is coming in. It's going to hit pretty hard, so I might need to be careful here. You could also have removal for Gear Seeker Serpent, so because Black-Red has the most removal, so I wouldn't be surprised to see like cards like Unlicensed Disintegration. Let's see how he wants to attack. He just passes the turn. Okay, I'll take that. So now what? We could play Gear Seeker Serpent, but he probably still has removal. I think I just want to play out more stuff, so let's get the Ether Swooper down. Could play the Ether Chaser, but it doesn't have any clean attacks next turn. So I think we just play the artifact and pass the turn here. And then we can potentially cast this for 3 mana next turn, which is pretty insane. So we can crew here and then sub some blocks if we want to. Could see a removal spell, maybe Fierce Reprisal sorcery speed, so I don't need to care that much. Okay. Alright, I'll take it. So there goes one removal spell. So he was holding on to that in his hand. He only has 2 more cards in his hand. Not sure if we should do anything here. I don't even know if we should block, honestly. Maybe it's fine blocking the Sky Skiff. Like, we can still cast the Gear Seeker Serpent next turn, so maybe it's fine doing that. I could also step a double block, trade off Trophy Mage for maybe Pillar Bug. So I could just crew here and then double block the 2/3. That way he can kill the non-artifact creature and we can at least take something out. If he has Subtle Strike, I guess he gets to kill 1 creature, but one of them will still survive, so I think this is fine. Like, this is totally fine. Like, but if he kills this, he does take out my 2/2. But yeah, at least he can. At least I can trade Trophy Mage for this, which I think is worth it because it is an artifact. Okay, sure. A 2 for 1. At least that doesn't take out Gear Seeker Serpent, so not the worst case scenario. All right, let's just play this out. Can attack for 3 if I want to. But again, I might just keep this back to trade just in case. Maybe should have kept up blue mana to sacrifice this end of turn as well. Alright, now I think I can sacrifice this Implement because we're running out of resources. Sky Skiff, okay. Definitely don't want to attack with the 5/6. Next turn we do have a couple of blockers too, like this can trade for a 3/2. So I could also just make this unblockable and attack for 5 next turn if I want to. Not sure. We'll just keep saying go, and then we'll just play the draw go game, because eventually I think we should be able to outvalue his threats. Most of his threats are pretty small, so I'm not worrying too much. Welding Sparks is quite good. So it could crew an attack. I could also make this unblockable and attack. I could also attack and use Welding Sparks. Maybe I can do that. Let's attack with this, and then if he does try to do some sort of weird block, we can just use Welding Sparks to blow him out. I can also attack with the Ether Chaser, and if he blocks with the 2/3, we can just use Nah, we can't do that. Let's just attack like this. Okay, he's going for it, so we can completely blow him out here. So we want to kill a 3 toughness creature, right? By killing the 3 toughness creature, we can 2-for-1 him. So I think we want to order it like this, and then before damage, we want to take out either this or this. I think we take out the Pillar Bug here. Yeah, this is brutal if he doesn't have anything. I guess he could have like something here, but we still I'm hoping we can 2-for-1 him. All right, so he had the Stellar Strike all along. Sure, that's fine. We still take out the 3/2. We also have bigger threats to ramp out with. We can still double block the Inventor's Apprentice if we want to as well. So this is all fine, honestly. Yeah, I'll crew in double block. I think that's worth it. Hope he doesn't top deck another Stellar Strike. That would be a blowout as well. But now I can start attacking my 2/1, or my 3/2, and start making circle tokens as well. So yeah, that's pretty good. World Virtuoso is really awesome as well, so this activates. I probably don't even want to use the Ether Chaser anymore, since I'd rather maybe just make Thopter tokens, so I think we attack here. Decline. I could also just make 2 Thopter tokens with this trade-off for the 3/2 as well. I could also take it and then just swing back. Assuming he doesn't just have some sort of large creature, and he's also, yeah, we are also going to win the race, so I could just take 3. Not really threatened by Foundry Inspector. Fine card, but there's not too many amazing artifacts in the set outside of the Gear Hoax and like Gear Seeker Serpent. Did he play that for 0 mana? I think so. That's pretty cool. Ooh, and Rage Giant. Okay, pretty good one. I can just triple block this. It's not the end of the world. Triple blocking is in the end world. We still make a Thopter token, and this card is scary. Sacrificing this so he doesn't end up drawing lands. We get that. That's fine. It's nothing. And I get to hold off the 3/2, so I can just attack with all of these. I can also give this Menace, so then he's forced to double block and 2-for-1 himself as well, so... Yeah, let's just move to combat. Actually, let's give this Menace. And then attack with these 4, keep the 1/1 token back. And then he might do a double block on an Ether Chaser, but we still get to take out a 3-2, which I think is worth doing, so... Yeah, some of these 2-drops that make 1/1 servos whenever and pay 2 energy whenever they attack and make 1/1 servos are like some of the best commons in the set. Okay. I guess he can sack this to kill my Wealthfast Monitor. Okay, sure. Sure. I guess that slows me down. But we still have a decent amount of pressure on the battlefield. Hope he just doesn't keep top decking stuff. Ooh, Pyro Helix, okay. I mean, not Pyro Helix, Revolution, sure. We're still ahead in the race, so... I'll take 3. This is a 2-turn clock, so I'm hoping he whiffs next turn and is forced to stay back. Ooh, that's a good one. But he's just dead if he decides to crew this, so... I guess he'll be taking 1 in the air. Should maybe play the land out, perhaps. But, I mean, we don't really have any... I mean, we could play Tezzard's Ambition and draw into some cards and play another spell, so... I'm hoping the opponent just doesn't keep top decking here. Because we almost have this game locked. Alright, Barricade Breaker is quite nice. Yeah, let's just play it out. Next turn we can attack with all, even if he gets a value block off the 2/1 by crewing it Untethered Express 7, a 7/5 is still coming at him. So if he attacks here, I think I'm gonna take it. I don't think there's any 4 damage burn spell that can finish me off, so yeah. It's pretty good. Alright, Ether Chasers, ramp out a Windkin Raiders, just need double blue. Yeah, this is a hand worth keeping. Bill on the slow side, but, you know. With Tezzard's Ambition to help us refuel. Right, well, Welling Sparks on a 2/1 right away. I will take that. I will definitely take a Welding Sparks. It does slow me down, but hey, this Ada 3 a premium removal spell, I'll take that. Ceram's expertise is really strong. Wow, no Welding Sparks? Okay. Alright, I'll take that. Trophy Mage is pretty good. Think I grab Well Fast Monitor or the card draw spell. Yeah, we probably want to take the Monitor. I'm not sure. The Implement's also pretty decent. Implement's also not bad. Just draw into more action. Yeah, maybe we just want the Implement. Draw into more stuff. And at the very least, even if the Trophy Mage dies, we can still Pyro Helix 2 Servo tokens and slow him down a bit. So. And we still have a Roller Virtuoso, which can potentially do some work. This card can be pretty annoying too. Could Pyro Helix, but this is still. I mean, the 2-1 I don't really. The 2-2 I don't really care about protecting all that much. So maybe the 3-2 was better, but I didn't know I was going to top deck Ether Chaser, honestly, so it's still up for debate. Wow. What's this? Target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. Opponent doesn't you mill 3 cards. I will no, decline. I'll take the damage. Hey, I took 0. I think it's always best to make the opponent mill. Yeah, let's draw some cards here. Yeah, let's play Sky Skiff or the First Strike guy. I don't mind the Sky Skiff. We can still chump with the artifact. Maybe the Ether Chaser is just better. Because, like, let's say we chump with the artifact, the 1-1, we can still attack back and make some more. So I think this is okay. I mean, I still milled a pretty large land pocket off the top, so it's pretty good for him. I'll chump here. Do I have any answers to Combustible? Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I forgot it does that. So if I take it here, I guess I can still play Sky Skiff into Gear Seeker Serpent next turn. So how much is this going to be? This is going to be for 6 mana. If I play this for 2, yeah, I think I can still afford to chump. This is fine. I can also crew and chump as well, which is also not a bad idea since I have a fall of Sky Skiff. I guess I'll take 6. Toolcraft Exemplar is fine. I guess if he controls 3 artifacts, this is going to become a 3-3 on his turn. Yeah, I'll take 6 here. This card is really to deal with. Can activate, and then... How much mana is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 can activate and then play Sky Skip. I guess we can activate attack with both and then use the Chandra's Power Helix before blocks. This keeps him on the defensive. And essentially I can just activate Gear Seeker Serpent and kill him, so I think this is the correct play, the correct line of play. So by attacking like this, I presume he either has a sweeper or he just completely gives up here. Yep, he has a sweeper. Alright. So now this can take over the late game, which is annoying. So I think I just want to draw some cards and get some better answers. Okay, Gear Seeker Serpent. Hey, I'll play as many of them as I can. P-File is pretty good. Yeah, I think I just want to develop the board here, so we'll play the P-File. Attack with Gear Seeker Serpent. I guess artifacts can't block it, so I might actually want a Welding Sparks on this Audacious Infiltrator. And then just Force Drums all day. Scrapper Champion's alright. I can still chump that. That's also okay. Yeah, I'll just activate an attack and then chump or something. I should be alright. Yeah, this is actually a questionable thing to do, but I think this is the winning line of play. And then we'll probably put the Sky Skiff in front of the 2/2 and chump, since this can gain flying anyways next turn, so we'll see go. And then we'll chump the Scrapper Champion. Hopefully no top deck revoke privileges. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a really good top deck. Yeah, I'll chump this. It's really annoying. I mean, I can just take this actually. It's lethal, right? So yeah, it's lethal. So all I need to do is just take it, right? Take 6, and then we can just crew a creature and then fly over and win. Cause yeah, this takes 4 mana to activate. What was I even thinking of? Let's play this. Let's do Fast Monitor. Let's skip this flying. Let's crew the Fast Monitor, and then this is lethal. So what was I even thinking about? Like chumping? What the hell? All right, that was a really fun match. Opponent had Combustible Gearhook and Fumigate. Fumigate's a really strong card, but again, White wants to do the whole go wide thing, so it's kind of at odds with the whole sweeper play. So even then, sweepers can be kind of a little bit fishy, especially in the white color. Like, there's no, I don't think white is very controlling in this set either. There's like it's just not a good control color. There's not, unless you can pair it up with like a Cloud Blazer and card advantage. It's just not a very good control color. Like if I'm gonna play a card like Fumigate, I might even like Hard Splash in a green deck, like a green-blue control deck, instead of playing it in like a or maybe like an Esper control deck instead of just playing it in a straight up white Fabricate deck or white-red. So it's definitely a more questionable card. Gearseeker Serpent is just so good. Oh my god. That card's a freaking house. But overall, yeah, just an excellent win rate. Right now we're doing very well, so we're probably going to have a good draft here. And then maybe I can do one more draft and then upload a couple more drafts on my channel, which I recorded but I didn't finish completing. So I do need to trim some of them. Alright, let's see. Opening hand. No red mana. I don't think I can keep without red mana. It does have potential if we can get red mana. This curve is nutty, but I don't want to risk it. And we'll keep this here. I think I bomb an Ether Chaser here. Or I can bomb a land. Like, bombing a land could be alright. Is that crazy, though? Yeah, it's probably crazy going 16 lands. Bombing a land's probably insane. I think I need to do this. And we do have, like, 2 more Ether Chasers in the deck as well. Ether Swooper. Ether Chaser hits pretty hard, and I mean, outside of 1-3, I think it's fine. If he plays a 1-3, I'm going to cry, but I mean, the fact that it hits harder, and the fact that if he doesn't have a 1-3 blocker next turn, I know he plays blue, and blue has a higher potential of having the 1-3 blocker, but I still think playing this could be correct. And he uses Harness Lightning, okay, so... So, I think I'm fine just playing on Ether Swooper and making 2 Thopter tokens end of turn. Trophy Mage is fine, we'll just make another Thopter token. And we can attack for 3, play an Ether Swooper, make another one. It's a pretty good one. Oh, we got one too. Could play this out and just cycle it. I don't mind doing that. It's just much more mana efficient, and next turn we can do the whole Ether Swooper, just attack for 3. So opponent's also playing blue-red artifacts. It's almost like he might have the same cards as us. We'll see. But luckily we got on board quicker. Okay, that thing that I could kill that. So killing Hinterland Drake isn't the worst. I guess it can't block artifact creatures. So I'm not even sure if I care about playing it out when I can just do something else like Windkin Raiders here, which is pretty strong. I could also just Harness Lightning here, kill this, and attack for 3. But I think just getting this out is fine. And we can say go. So land would also be great, so I can make a 6/6. I can also play Ether Swooper again, make a token end of turn, attack with the flyers. Okay, this card's fine. You can still crew it though. I don't really give a crap about it, honestly. That can hit me for 5 next turn. Yeah, let's just attack with both of these, and then we'll just play Fast Monitor and Ether Swooper. And then we can also make a 1/1 Thopter token end of turn to help ramp out the Gearseeker Serpent as well. So Gearseeker Serpent is going to cost 4 mana next turn. So if I get a land, I can also Harness Lightning. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll just pass a turn here. Take 5, and then we can swing back for a lot more. And there's no sweepers in blue or red, so I think I'm fine. Don't need to care about developing the board too much. The only colors you should care about sweeper is mostly black. But at times, white could still fumigate, but you still want to play around going white against a black deck most often than the rest of the other colors. Ooh, Self-Assembler, okay, that's a pretty decent card. So if I make a Thopter token, I can still have 4 mana available. I mean, 4 energy available to take out the Self-Assembler. So let's see. If he does this in cruise and attack, I could also double block in 2-for-1 myself, or I can make a Thopter token and chump. I think I'm fine taking 5 for now, and then we'll see next turn what we want to do. could still double block here and get rid of the Roller Virtuoso. But it can also attack. I mean, I need to give this Menace, right? So, yeah, I guess I take it, and then I can still give this Menace next turn. He can't really block it. And then we can attack with the rest of these other creatures and see what's up. Trophy Mage. Yeah, I think what we want to do now is we want to activate this. And attack, and then play out Gear Seeker Serpent. And he can't block artifact creatures, so by giving this Menace, he can't really block, so he has to take this full 7, 8, 9 damage down to 3. And then Gear Seeker Serpent can just gum up the ground. Yeah, he can't block here. He either chumps the Windkin Raiders or takes it. Yeah, and by not throwing away the Artifact Author, we can play out Gear Seeker Serpent for 5 mana, which is really nice. And then he should be dead if we can get a land off the top. So I can probably just chump with the Ether Swooper at this stage of the game. I can also just take another 5 if he decides to crew an attack. If he goes for an all-out attack, it is a pretty desperate all-out attack. So I could just again put the crappy creatures in front, and then put the crappy creatures in to chump block, and then crack back for lethal. Trophy Mage. Okay, Trophy Mage is an okay card. This card's actually more flashy than it looks. Decent uncommon. They're just better uncommons. Yeah, yeah. This is not a good hand for the opponent, I don't think. Scrapper Champion. So this has double strike. You can also crew it in defense, but we just kill him with the flyer. So I mean, it just doesn't really accomplish anything. Alright, so are we like 5-1 or something, or just 5 wins, 5-0? Hoping I can get to 7. Let's see, what's the score for now? Alright, 5-0, this is very awesome, and we have like 9 hours, I guess, to finish this up. So I can probably do a couple other games, and then another video, and then we'll call it for Kaladesh Remastered. For Ikoria, I'm not sure if I want to do Premier Drafts with that, because again, all you do is just basically stick with red, and try to lean towards cycling as much as possible, or force it even. And then, like, you either end up drafting blue-red spells, for the most part, black-red sacrifice, or the red-white cycling deck. Sometimes you do end up in Mutate, but Mutate is really underwhelming. The Companions also got nerfed, so that took a huge hit. Like, there's really no point in building around Companions when you can just straight-up draft red-white, and it just beats everyone. Or just red-black or red-blue, and you can just kill someone before they can get their Companion for the extra 3-mana attacks. Because yeah, it's the 3-mana attacks really hurts. Before, when it didn't have 3-mana attacks, companions were pretty busted, but it essentially ruined standard. With Lurrus. Lurrus was pretty stupid in standard. It wasn't as bad as, I guess, Oko, but I mean the decks that played companions and Oko, I don't know if that even existed, were pretty busted. There was just not fun meta from what I've heard. Like, Oko basically ruined standard and was probably the most powerful card ever printed in Magic history. I mean, definitely not Magic history, but it was definitely one of the most powerful cards ever printed that kind of warped the whole entire format, like Teferi, or like Jace the Mind Sculptor, I guess. So okay, 2-drop, 3-drop. All right, so hopefully we don't draw our artifact, but I still think this is a curve that I'm willing to keep. Plus, we can draw 3 cards on turn 5 without discarding. So yeah. Right, and please don't draw me my World Fast Monitor, please. I beg you. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty embarrassing playing this on turn 3. The best red common, definitely over Welding Sparks. I would probably, if I had a choice between Ether Chaser and Welding Sparks again, however, after the first Ether Chaser, I would probably go for Welding Sparks. But definitely want to take the first Ether Chaser over Welding Sparks. It's just such an important common to have. Okay, so we'll probably trade this Trophy Mage for this 3-1, which I'm fine with. I think we need to generate the artifacts to help ramp out our Barricade Breaker. If I do play the Implement of Malice, though, and then... Yeah, if I play the Implement of Malice and I play land next turn, it's not going to get me my Barricade Breaker. So I think this is fine, and we just want to draw the World Fast Monitor ASAP. And then I'm fine trading off for the 3-1 here, since I can't block it. People joke that this is a true name Nemesis, because it can't be blocked by artifact creatures, but no, it's definitely not true name Nemesis. It's definitely not it. Okay, that's a really good card. The 2-3 is excellent. Okay, we can play Well Fast Monitor. We can also play Royal Virtuoso, but our 1-1s can't attack past the 2-3. The 2-3 right now is just stopping us on track, so I think we just play Well Fast Monitor. And then next turn we can maybe potentially ramp out the Barricade Breaker. If we get a land, that is, and then we can start beating down. But for now, we'll take a little bit of damage in the air, hopefully find removal for it eventually. It's pretty good uncommon. One of the better white uncommons. Really excellent card, truly. Implement Mouse, okay. I don't want to discard my Implement of Examination, though, but I might have to. Because I think the rest of these other cards are pretty useful. He doesn't even attack? Okay, if he doesn't even attack, then that's really questionable. As much as I don't like playing out a land into this, I think I have to. The other alternative option is that I can... Yeah, I'll probably play the land here and just ramp out the Barricade Breaker. And then he can use this. He can use the Implement to make me discard, but that's fine. I can just I'll probably discard the Implement of Examination or Roller Virtuoso, but the Ambition is going to give me a lot of card advantage, so... I just think having the 7-5 out that can start beating down is very important. And the fact that he didn't attack for the 2-3 was also kind of questionable. Yeah, I probably want the Roller Virtuoso. I do want to draw cards, though. The Roller Virtuoso can't even block the 2-3, honestly. The Thopters don't do anything. As weird as it seems, maybe this is the right discard. I think it actually is. It just doesn't do anything against his board state, so it's kind of weird. And I can also give this Menace to an attack with both next turn. Like, if the opponent's just missing land drops and this thing's just beating down constantly, we can eventually just put him on the back foot. Yeah, this is a really good card, but like not when there's a 2-3 here. So I think I'd rather just draw into more action, basically. Find some removal for this, and then we can swarm him and take him out, hopefully so. You could also block this and then use Subtle Strike. That would also be really annoying. The fact that he passed 2 turns without even attacking the Aerial Spawner makes me think that he doesn't know what he's doing, because this does have Vigilance, so I'm not sure why he could have gotten in for 4 now and would have been at 22. But, I mean, yeah, if they want to give me these opponents at dumpster rank, I'll happily take it. So he's probably setting up some sort of double block on the Barricade Breaker, which, again, I'm fine with. Ether Chaser's really good. So I could just pay 5 mana, draw 3, and take it from there. I can also play Implement, but I think we just want to play 5 mana, draw 3. It's especially good. And then now I can play land, and I can also just activate World Fast Monitor if I want to. If he goes for a double block, he can't really chump or anything, so I think this is fine. I think I attack with both of these. I'm fine trading for the 2-3 for the Barricade Breaker. It's too good. If he blocks the 3-1 and 2-2, it does shrink his board down too, so I'm also down for that as well. And even if I had the Ether Chaser, and it's still, this would still just been 3 mana, make a Thopter token. I don't think that's worth it. The Implement can help me dig deeper here. It's a rare case that you end up discarding like a Mythic Uncommon, just because it just isn't great in this particular circumstance. Takes it. I mean, that's fine with me. Did the opponent remember his flyer had Vigilance, or he would have been at 12 by now, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, the 7/5 hit was really nice. He didn't even chump with the Servo token, which I'm really surprised at as well. So he attacks with all. He could have an Inspired Charge, so I should be careful of that. Fragmentize, okay. So if I play land next turn, I'll have 7 mana. If I play the Implement, I can still play the Gear Seeker Serpent. So let's see, if we play land, ooh, this is pretty nice. Chandra's Power Helix can blow him out too. So I think I want to play, I could play Implement into Gear Seeker Serpent, but I might be more interested in attacking first and seeing what's up. Let's do this. If he double blocks, we can just blow him out. What is this? Impeccable timing. Yeah, we'll just kill this then. So Pyro Helix is just so good in this format. And that's the reason why you don't want 1 toughness creatures like Audacious Infiltrator in your deck. You just end up getting 2 for 1 really badly. Okay, so he had removal. So I'm hoping we can keep connecting with the 7/5. Or find removal for the Aerial Responder and take it from there. If we top deck another Gear Seeker Serpent, I think I'm fine tapping out and attacking with the 7/5. He finally realizes. He finally attacks. So we could Implement and draw a card first, and I think I will. Draw 2, actually, just to be more exact. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, Harness Lightning and Fast. And yeah, the Welling Sparks is great. I think we just want to Harness Lightning so we can develop our... Yeah, we'll just take this out now. And then we can still attack with Ball on the ground. This is totally fine. And then play another Ether Chaser. Should have played Ether Chaser main phase, so I could have made that Thopter token. I mean, that Servo token, but this is still okay. If he blocks here, I don't... Like, if he blocks here, the question is, do I even want to, do I even want to play out the Ether Chaser? Let's say he plays another Chump Blocker, then I do want the Ether Chaser on the battlefield, so we'll just play another one. And then hopefully he doesn't have a Fumigate or anything. He can have -3/-3 because it doesn't take out Barricade Breaker, but Fumigate would destroy everything and I would have to rebuild my board, which is kind of annoying. Knowing that I just used both my card draw spells to find more action. Yeah. So I think the opponent was like drafting mono white. I'm not sure. I didn't see any black spells. Right, so getting on the Dumpster Mythic, we're still at 90%, which is really atrocious. But we just need one more win, and then we can fire off another Kaladesh Remastered draft. But yeah, this deck is really sweet. Pretty happy doing this, and then pretty nice final video. If only if I recorded. I mean, I did record some other videos too, so I'm going to upload them into the channel as well. But they're pretty boring, like straight up decks. I think one of them is like a green-red deck, and one of them was like a yeah, the green-red deck did get all like 4 wins, and then the other one was like, I think like green-white, and we managed to get 7 wins as well. Not sure. I'll have to look back into that. Alright, ooh, Inventor's Goggles can help us ramp into Barricade Breaker. I think I like that. And plus, if we pick up Ether Chaser, it's pretty busted. Like, Ether Chaser literally just becomes a 3/3 like first striker if we top deck it. So I think this is definitely worth keeping. Worst case scenario, we play a well fast monitor on 3, we can still ramp out Barricade Breaker. Okay, never mind. So this is the color of I don't think I will infarct, so 1/1 Death Touch. Again, I'm gonna save this for something bigger. Like, I'll take 1, and then he can keep pinging me, and then he can also just make a servo token. That should be fine. I might have to save this for something scarier, like a Skyship Plunderer. I'll definitely save that for. I'll definitely take out the Skyship Plunderer. Oh, but Skyskiff is also pretty decent as well. So I could equip and then put Skyskiff on defense to block the Skyship Plunderer, save the removal spell. Alternatively, I could just use a removal spell on this. I think it's fine just equipping Goggles and playing Skyskiff, because I can play out Gear Seeker Serpent potentially if all of these stay on the battlefield. And I think I will do this. If he attacks with a 2/1, then I'm going to be suspicious of like Subtle Strike, so I probably don't want to block it. I'll probably take 2 and then play out Gear Seeker Serpent or Barricade Breaker next following turn. I probably don't want to play Barricade Breaker into the Poisoner, so I think I might just end up playing Gear Seeker Serpent. I don't really necessarily want to trade anything either here, so I'll take 1 and then play out Gear Seeker Serpent. Since this is forced to attack, it's not great against the 1/1 Death Touch, so I think this is fine. Ooh, okay. Wow, this is a really sweet answer to the creatures here. Yeah, I could play just the Barricade Breaker. Like, let's say he does have removal. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the Barricade Breaker down. This way we can if we do get a land, the crazy thing is that we can play Power Helix and Gear Seeker Serpent on the same turn. I know this is forced to attack every single turn, but the fact that we have Power Helix to back it up next turn is pretty good, so I think I like that. Okay, that's pretty good too. I guess he can crew to 4/4 and then pump it and attack me for a bunch. I can also trade off. It's also not that bad of an idea as well. So I can take it here. 6 damage is a lot. Not sure. You know what? I will take it. I will take it because I have a potential to do a lot more damage. 8 damage is a lot, but you know what? I'll take it because we have Power Helix to clear a path. And then we can potentially do a lot of damage. If we get a land, we can do a lot more, so. Skyskiff, okay. So we're kind of forced to use Power Helix this turn. Missed my land drop, that's kind of saddening. I still think I do it now. And then I think I might keep the 4/4 back to trade. So if I hit him for 11 here, next turn, does he have lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, he does have lethal next turn, if I'm not careful. Maybe I should have killed the 2/1 here. I don't know, I think I'm attacking the 7/5 and keeping the 4/4 back. Because I'm just afraid that he might have, because he could have lethal next turn, so I think this is the correct thing to do. And then we can just go, we can trade for the Daredevil Dragster, which I'm fine with, because this can hold off the 3/3 as well. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we're just dead, right? 3, 4, 5. 5 is guaranteed. 6, 7. Yeah, 5. I guess I can still crew and chunk. It's not the worst. pretty bad for me, though. So I can still chump the Sky Skiff and attack back for 7. He still draws 2. I guess I can chump here. I'll chump. I mean, I don't want to take 9. I mean, I can take 9, but it's still not going to be anything. It's still not going to be great. So I think I chump here and I attack back for 7, and then maybe we can take out one of his threats. But we're definitely far behind here. Okay, yeah, we can't even cast Gearseeker Serpent. I think it's just game over. If we kill this, what happens? He can play a creature and then kill me. I mean, I think I go for it here, right? At least. I mean, there's a chance he doesn't play any creatures, and then I fall down to 1, but that's highly unlikely. So, yeah, I think we just try to do our best here, and then if he does play a creature on the stack, I'm just going to concede. Because, again, he can still put me down to 1 here, and he can... Okay, never mind, it's just game over. Thanks. You got it. Yeah, this is a pretty good card. So it's really good if you can back this card up with a lot of removal, and the fact that you can sacrifice to give it indestructible to get a good attack in is pretty good too. I think Yahenni is good. However, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if I would first pick it over other cards though. Yeah, I think it's definitely first pickable, but I mean it's not like a busted insane rare. Actually, it's pretty good. The fact that it can get indestructible at any time means that it can dodge potentially like damage space removal, and it can just grow over time if you can kill the opponent's stuff. So definitely excellent with lots of removal spells. So yeah, Yahenni's pretty good. Plus his expertise, so I would first pick it. Alright, no red mana on the draw, but Roller Virtuoso is really good. I think I try it. With Sky Skiff on 2, I can potentially help ramp. Oh, Goggles on turn 1 is also very scary, so... I don't know, hopefully this isn't a bad keep. Alright, would have been great if I had red mana, but this will still do. Next turn, hopefully we can... okay, no Brawler here, right? Okay, Will Fast Modder is okay. Okay, red mana is great here. I could Roller Virtuoso and trade. I could also Power Helix and kill this, which is also fine. I think I'll Power Helix and kill this. Yeah, we want to take that out. It's just going to be annoying because he can ramp out other artifact creatures. Well, Fast Wingsmith is fine. I don't have the energy to get rid of it, though. I think it's Roller Virtuoso, make a 1-1. And maybe attack for 2 in the air. Next turn we can kill it with the Welding Sparks. Seems fine. It doesn't really matter though, because we're not playing the block to 4 or 5 anyway, so I think we just attack for 2. And then we can make a Thopter token end of turn. And then if we do get land, we could just play 5 mana Gearseeker Serpent. Wow, that's a good one. But if we kill this, he won't have anything to crew. So it might be just better. I'm hoping we can maybe get a second land, and we did. So I can play 5 mana Gear Seeker Serpent, and I think I will have to just because I mean I'll take 6 from this, but I do want to crack back for more damage. So we're probably better off doing this, attacking for 4, and then playing out 5 mana Gear Seeker Serpent to try to outrace him. We'll take 6 down to 10, and then we can potentially also kill something next turn and swing back or something. We'll see. It would suck if we can give this flying and also crew to 6/6. So there's a reason for maybe keeping a Thopter token back to set up a double block. So I'll probably take 6 there. I'm fine with the crew. I'll take 6. And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage coming in, so we can put them potentially down to 5. And then if he doesn't have any creatures to play, we can just kill the Wingsmith, and then we can just... yeah, if we kill this Wingsmith, he's going to be pretty bad. He's going to be in a bad spot. Hinterland Drake, that's not 3 power at least. He can crew it to make it 3 power. So I could just attack with the 5/6 here and the 1/1, and just play out another Gear Seeker Serpent, and we can just chump. With the Whirler Virtuoso, which I'm also fine with. I can also chump with the Sky Skiff as well. Alternatively, I can Welding Sparks on the 4/5 attack. But I don't really have anything great to follow up with. So I think it's attack with these two, and then we can use a Sky Skiff to maybe chump to 6/6. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's try that. Or I can just chump with a ground creature, because this does fly. Gives me that extra evasion to leverage lethal, so we'll see. I think I'm fine chumping here for sure. I think I might be fine trading the Sky Skiff. I can attack past the 2/3 though. So maybe trading off the Roller Virtuoso is still fine. The thing is, I need to guarantee that I have like an extra creature next turn or something to potentially block. Yeah, let's see what he does here. So if he attacks like this, we have potentially lethal next turn, but he can still chump the 5/6 here. So it's actually very questionable. I still think I chump with Roller Virtuoso, and just try to slam my Gear Seeker Serpents and take it from there. He can give this trample too with the whole +3/+3 thing, but that essentially bought me 6 life. Okay, so he's gonna lock this down. That's too bad. We can keep swinging into the 5/6 at least and forcing a chump. So if we do play the Ether Chaser, attack with Fallen next turn, he is forced to chump. But it can be scary because if he gets another 3-powered creature, crew, and attack with both, we're dead. So best case scenario, we get a second red so we can Welding Sparks and play Ether Chaser. Okay, Quicksmith Genius. Okay, sure. So I probably want to keep the Thopter token back to block. And if he double blocks, then I can blow him out, essentially. Ooh, Harness Lightning's pretty good. I think I attack for 5. If he takes it and tries to swing back, we still have enough blockers. I mean, I have to attack. If he double blocks, we can chump. I mean, we can blow him out with a Welding Sparks or Harness Lightning. Okay, this is fine, so I can name this first. And then which one do I want to use? The Welding Sparks or the Harness Lightning? Probably Harness Lightning so I can develop a creature here, so... Nope, let's just do this. I mean, develop the implement. And then I'm fine still crewing. So if he has removal to kill this, I can still crew and chump. So that's fine for now. I think I'm fine crewing and chomping, actually, because we could use the extra blocker just in case something bad happens. So we'll have him attack, and then we're going to crew the Sky Skip and Chump. We can take out the Crusher if we had an extra red this turn, because we can deal 3 damage plus use the artifact. If he uses a removal spell, that is really interesting to know. Okay, Hungry Flames. Okay, that's gonna put me down to 1. Okay, I mean 2. Which is still fine, I think. Because we can answer the Wingsmith next turn or Chump. So I guess we want to sack this and draw 2, right? So this is fine. So I can play the Ether Chaser and also keep up Welding Sparks or just Welding Sparks main phase. I think we want Welding Sparks main phase here. Oops, that was bad. Yeah, that was really bad. I shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, that was so stupid. That was absolutely stupid. I mean, it's lethal anyways if I can chump this. So I can chump the fly. I can block the flyer and I can chump the 6/6. So if he doesn't have 2 removal spells, he's dead here. He need to take out the gear suit. Yeah, that was dumb. I thought I had enough artifacts to take this out. That was definitely a huge misclick. So we'll probably chump this. Yeah, he's just dead here. So I can just activate this and win. That's game over, right? He can bounce it. But I still think this is the right line of play. And then he's just dead. Awesome. He didn't have any bounce spells. Thank God. Still in Dumpster Mythic, but we're getting there. We're climbing back up. It's almost the end of the month, too, end of the season, too. But I do want to, like, showcase how you can get out of Dumpster Mythic if you fool around too much, which I did. So, all right, let's see. All right, 7-1, not bad. Is it Artifacts? Pretty cool. Yeah. This deck was really awesome. Pretty happy drafting this. Overall, the World of Virtuoso didn't overperform in this deck, but it still did pretty good in one game, and it's still a solid card you want in the Blue-Red Artifacts deck. But as you can see, just a lot of Ether Chasers and Swoopers. There's a bit of a light art energy theme, although it's not heavy. 1 copy of Chandra's Helix. Power Helix is always great. It can lead to blowouts, double Sky Skiff. 2 artifacts to search up for the Trophy Mage at least. There was one game where we were planning on playing this on turn 3 to get our 3-mana artifact, but we end up drawing it, so we end up playing another artifact. We played up the Wellfast Monitor, I think. And yeah, they're just really solid. Some extra good top end to ramp into 16 lands. Since again, given that we have these, we can cheat these out. We don't necessarily need to go 17 lands to flood, and then we also have 2 awesome card draw spells with Implement of Examination and Tezzeret's Ambition in the deck. Sideboard cards I could consider Pendulum if I didn't have enough artifacts on 2, but that wasn't going to exist. Salvain Gremlins would have been decent too in the deck, but overall it just ends up trading off. Destructive Tampering would have been fine. Same with Fire Fortress Puzzle now. Same with Built to Smash. Yeah, I could consider Ice Over. Not a big fan of it because the creature has to be tapped in the first place, so it's not good for getting rid of a blocker. But Tide Rebuke could also have made it, but we just had enough interaction with Double Welding Sparks, Harness Lightning, and Pyrohelix, and Ether Meltdown. I didn't feel like we necessarily needed these other spells. I could have easily seen cutting out the Ether Meltdown. Even though it could have given us a bit of energy to synergize with some of our energy creatures, it could have been better to maybe have a Leave in the Dust or Metallic Rebuke instead, because it just doesn't get rid of blockers, but it's still a fine card. Not sure if it was correct keeping it in the deck still, but overall, yeah, this deck was pretty cool. I like this deck a lot, and yep, we are going to move on to the next draft before Kaladesh Remastered is over. And I think I added this to my deck list already, so let's claim our prize here. And let's fire off another one ASAP before it's all gone. Yes, 5 hours left. Okay, so we really need to throw in another draft. Let's do this. Alright, in Pack 1, Pick 1 Premier Draft Kaladesh Remastered, we open up Midnight Oil. Actually a pretty playable card, but it's kind of risky playing this because if you can't, this is a good card in the late game. If you're an aggro deck that's in the late game, this is a good card because you want to end the game quickly because eventually it's just going to make you discard your whole entire hand and make you lose life. But I guess it could be fine in the late game for some extra card advantage once you're running out of fuel because because like either way you don't mind having an empty hand, and you're just going to end up drawing 2 cards a turn anyways, and you're just dumping your whole hand. So it's not wrong having Midnight Oil. It's playable, but a little bit risky. We have Rich Scale Tusker. Basically, Verter's here will get uncommon. This card's insane. Like a 5-mana 5/5 that puts a woman counter on each other creature you control. Sign me up. This card's busted. This is why straight up 1-for-1 removal isn't super fantastic in this set. It's because of cards like this being able to just provide so much value for all of your creatures that killing one creature isn't enough. Alternatively, Gearship Ace is great. There's also Revoke Privileges. Second pick would probably be like Gearship Ace, maybe set up a Vehicles deck, and a 2/1 First Striker is still great, but we're not taking over Rich Scale Tusker here. This card's a bomb, and in the best color. Following up Rich Scale Tusker, we could consider. I don't think I want to take any of the dual color cards or even consider splashing them because they want to be played in Grixis Energy Improvise. I could just take a Repairing Tiger here and stick with green. There's also the argument of taking the Self-Assembler. If you pick up multiple copies of this, it can be pretty strong. However, the problem is that in green, your creature's already large enough already that you don't need necessarily a bunch of 5/5s to draw into, given that we already have Rich Scale Tusker. I think it's a Repairing Tiger. I don't think Chandra's Revolution is that great. I think it's fine. I think it's an okay removal spell. But there's no reason for us to speculate on secondary color, where Repairing Tiger is just a perfectly fine, powerful 5-drop. And the more energy we have, the more we can make this into a 6/6 trample, which is really good. So I think I'd take the Repairing Tiger and stick with green here, and just draft the best color in the set. It is the best color, however, there's no artifact synergy. There's not much artifact synergy going on. Okay, so a really interesting pack here too. There's an Aetherborn Marauder and Dawnfeather Eagle as the best 2 cards in this pack. Aetherborn Marauder is essentially a black-green gold card because it cares about the whole 1/1 counters, and then you can just put 1/1 counters onto this, which is quite good. There's nothing else I would consider. Dawnfeather Eagle would be another 5-drop, but given that we have Rich Scale Tusker and Repairing Tiger, I might just lean towards the Aetherborn Marauder. Yeah, like this card is really good, but if we have a Rich Scale Tusker that's essentially a Dawnfeather Eagle, but even better since it puts 1/1 counters, then we don't need another 5-drop that pumps the team. I think we could just take the Aetherborn Marauder as a black-green gold card if you think about it. And overall, just nothing too exciting on this pack. Servo Expedition would be great if we were in the Dawnfeather Eagle deck. Sweat Brawlers is great if we're playing an improvised aggro deck. But I'll take an Aetherborn Marauder and speculate. Okay, we're seeing a pretty good Outland board here. Maybe we end up in red-green, which is quite nice. Like our deck is kind of set for a mid-rangey aggro red-green type of deck as well. Inventor's Goggles is excellent in the Improvise Artificer's deck, especially with cards like Ether Swooper, which is really excellent as well. Wild Wanderer would be the most open card, but it's definitely weaker in power level compared to Ether Swooper and Outland Boar. Not even sure if it's even better than Inventor's Goggles, to be honest. So, yeah, I might just take the Outland Boar here. We've seen another Sweatworks Brawl, which is good, and then hopefully we can pick up some more Inventor's Goggles to go along with it. Alternatively, I would probably take the Ether Swooper, but it does look like we are setting up for a green aggro beatdown deck. So I think the Outland board is going to be at its best in that type of deck. Whereas Ether Swooper is a good card, can help you ramp out your improvised creatures, but the stat line is not great. It's not a great body necessary, whereas Outland board hits really hard if we can just curve out with it. Looking at this pack, we do see Glint Sleeve Artisan and Ether Swooper now. There's Inventor's Apprentice, but again, green doesn't care too much about the whole artifacts theme. Like, it is a nice aggressive one-drop, not going to lie, but it's still kind of questionable. There's also Night Market Lookout if we have more vehicles. So all these cards are speculations. I don't even like any of the green cards. I think we just take Ether Swooper here. Ether Swooper is the best blue common. Alternatively, I've seen Glint Sleeve Artisans go by as well, and I also do like the blue-green mid-range decks, which are really fun. So it's really just between these two. I think it's fine speculating onto like a fifth color if we don't know where we're going. And this is also pretty late, pick 5. It's probably the best card in the pack. We'll just take Ether Swooper. And another Glint Sleeve Artisan, okay. There's a Foundry Screecher, which is okay. Sweatworks Brawler. These are the two best cards in the pack by far. And, you know, again, Sweatworks Brawler is really good, but it's not even that great in green-red because, again, there's no artifact synergy unless we pick up Goggles. So I don't mind speculating on the fifth color. We'll go 5 colors, who knows. Take a Glint Sleeve Artisan for now, and then a Prophetic Prism, okay, we can take this. There's also Lifecraft Cavalry on turn 5. If we pick up some Renegade maps, could be okay. Some other okay blue cards here, but we'll take a Prophetic Prism if we end up in a much more mid-rangey, grindier type of deck. Could still play this in an aggro beatdown deck, but overall it's not very reliable. These cards are okay as well. There's a chance we could end up playing this if we do pick up the Winding Constrictor. It is a bit of a gamble, honestly. Overall, this pack isn't too exciting, but like you can totally blow yourself out by playing this if the opponent's running a lot of enchantment-based removal. You just get drained all the time. But if you can find ways to sacrifice it, it could be fine. Overall, nothing exciting. I guess I'll just take Fretworks Colony. Then this card is essentially a black-green card if you think about it. Okay, this pack, nothing exciting. There's a Leave in the Dust. There's also Countless Gears Renegade. Could be fine for draft if we can enable Revolts, and if we just go wide in a green-white deck or something, and then we just play this and make a servo token. Could be nice. Leave in the Dust is fine. Siege Modification is fine. Highspire Artisan is fine. All these cards are fine. Yeah, we'll take a Countless Gears Renegade. Maybe we end up white-green, go wide. There's a late Self-Assembler. A Built to Last, which is fine. Thriving Turtle. Can make some energy, but it's one of the low picks. I guess I'll just take a late Selfless Assembler. Who knows, we might end up playing this if we see more copies going late. Again, I state that it is kind of weird in a deck, in a green deck that has full of large creatures, but it could be the pick. Nothing here. Fortuitous Finds, okay. We could end up black, white, and abandon green if green is cut off. I don't see any reason to get out of green, since green is just a good color. Our best color as of right now, we just have some mythic uncommons. We just have the mythic uncommon, a great 5-drop, a good 4-drop, so I'll take a trade wins here. Overall, the quality of the pack wasn't really high at all, so I'm not even sure if green is open, but it's just so powerful that I think I need to stick with green here. Who knows? Maybe second pack will lead me towards another direction, but at the very least, I can end up in a green multicolor deck. How about that? Another P-File, Countless Gears Renegade. I guess I can take a Live Fast now if we end up in black-green. Has some energy synergy, can draw me some cards. P-File is again fine. Nothing exciting. Yeah, I'll take the Live Fast. I'll take a Highspire Artisan. So, overall pack is a bit of a mess, but hopefully we can find our direction. This pack doesn't have anything too exciting. I think I either like Sky Skiff or Filigree Familiar. Filigree Familiar I haven't been too impressed by. It's an okay card. Definitely a fine, playable. It cycles itself. It's an artifact for artifact synergies, but I haven't been too impressed by it, to be honest. The stat line isn't great for a 3-mana creature. There's an Ether Meltdown if we want to end up blue-green multicolor energy, which could be a thing. We do have an Ether Swooper to go along with it. Or we can just take a Sky Skiff here, which is totally fine since we can play this in any deck. Which I'll probably take here, you know. Yeah, this pack just isn't exciting. I'll take a Sky Skiff. At least I know I can play colorless cards in any deck, so might as well take it. Because again, we don't really even have a direction from the first pack. It seems like white was open and black. White-black could just be the two open colors. Ooh, what's this? Brawl's Expertise is quite powerful. Fabrication Module is insane as well. Wow. Druid of the Cow, Gear Seeker Serpent. Yeah, this is a better pack. Browse Expertise is really good, but again, it is another color. Um, Pretty powerful tempo, but Fabrication Module is also pretty busted if we can draft like a green energy deck or something. Green black, green blue. Like this card's also really excellent as well. The fact that you can just grow your creatures over and over 1/1 counters is really excellent. Truly excellent card. I think it's really between these two. I mean, this is essentially a blue-green card. Browse Expertise is really strong though. Its powerful tempo can bring a creature out. Haven't played it yet, but it could just be Fabrication Module. Like, I think it could be really powerful. It does require a little bit more synergy, but again, if you're drafting blue, you're drafting energy, so I'll take the Fabrication Module. Maybe we just do end up blue-green, and True Negotiation pretty late, but there's also an Attune with Ether, which is excellent. True Negotiation is only great if we have multiple Ether Swoopers, and we can make 1/1 servo tokens. Let's take the weaker cards out of the pack for now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll play Ether Trade Winds. These are much more the weaker cards I don't really care about too much. Maybe just Attune with Ether. Now we just took up Fabrication Module. We just want to focus on energy synergy. And yeah, it might just be blue-green multicolor from the looks of it. And that's a fun deck. Ooh, Era of Innovation. This card's insane too. I mean, usually you don't care about paying 6 mana to sacrifice to draw 3 cards, but that's still a good upside. But the fact that you can just keep generating energy with this is insane, especially with cards like Ether Swooper. Yeah, Era of Innovation can be really insane. Okay, especially with Fabrication Module. Yeah, I think we want to be blue energy for now. Let's move these cards out of the way here. And I think we want to be like blue-green multicolor, which is where the energy decks tends to be in. So yeah, Era of Innovation is definitely an amazing card. I could take a Dakar P-Foul, but however, there's also another late Self-Assembler, a Dawnfeather Eagle, which is also fantastic. I might just play a million of these Self-Assemblers if I keep seeing them. I mean, I do like the P-Foul. I do like having 1 copy at least, but hey, if they keep passing these to us, I guess I'll just take them. White does seem particularly open too with the Dawnfeather Eagle, but again, we don't have too many Fabricate creatures. I'll just take another Self-Assembler. Maybe we can cut a Repairing Tiger, which could sound a little bit awkward, weird, but it might be the right choice. Seeing a late Weaponcraft Enthusiast, so maybe white-black is open, but overall not amazing quality. I'll take an Inventor's Goggles, can be pretty decent with Ether Swooper. That's pretty much it, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not great, but there's also nothing else in this pack I care about. Maybe a Metallic Rebuke, but Goggles going late is a sign, so I'm hoping I can pick up more Ether Swoopers. Okay, Airdrop Aeronauts is great, but I think we still take the Druid of the Cow, stick base green energy with what we just took. Like, yeah, after taking Fabrication Module and the Era of Innovation, I think we just want to lean towards the energy deck. And maybe splash another color. Ooh, pretty late Essence Extraction too. But I think I can just take a Thriving Turtle here. Definitely the best card. Black is open. I guess black is open in this direction. I don't know. I'll take a Thriving Turtle. And then I guess I'll just take a random Shipwreck Moray for more energy shenanigans. With Era of Innovation and the Fabrication Module, I definitely want to draft an energy deck. There's no doubt about it. And then by just doing this, it's fine forcing it, honestly. So I can just pick up 1 more Self-Assembler, and our top end should be really nice. And then we can just fill out the curve, hopefully pick up more Ether Swoopers for the deck. And then we can draft a really nice synergistic energy deck. In terms of cards to splash for, I didn't see anything too exciting to splash outside of maybe a Dawnfeather Eagle, but if we're going to play all these 5-drops again, I don't think it's necessary. Could maybe hard splash, consider hard splashing for Essence Extraction, but it's still double black. So who knows, if we open up a bomb in another color, we might consider splashing it, but this pack seemed a little bit better than the first one. Gave us a bit of a direction with Fabrication Module and Era of Innovation. But honestly, I think it would have been fine either way. This card's really bad. It would have been fine either way taking the Brawl's Expertise, but I still think the Fabrication Module, again, has more upside if we're trying to do this whole energy thing. Which can be really powerful, honestly. So, Fabrication Module is going to be a bomb if we keep this up. I'm going to play Malfunction. Not the best removal spell, but it's 4 mana, tap something down. It's not the worst. It's almost basic. It's worse than Chandra's Power Helix for sure, but okay. Looking at this, nothing else here. Seeing some white white and black cards. But honestly, the white and black, you know, it did seem open, but there was like no bombs really in white or black. I mean, this is like the closest bomb we saw. So if we transitioned to black-white, this would have been the best card so far over the weapon craft expertise, maybe some Dawn Feather Eagles and Essence Extraction. Here we're just going to take the Green Pelt Rampager. This is essentially 3 mana play a 3/4, but it can also be a constant source of energy. Like, you can just constantly play this twice to generate some energy and then use the energy and just use this. So this can be an energy outlet. And for what's worth, it also triggers a Revolt. Alternatively, there's a Pima Outrider, which is a pretty decent 4-drop too, but we'll take a Green Belt Rampager here. Ooh, could consider Vengeful Rabble, but why would I take that when there's another Self-Assembler and another... There's Bowman Bazaar Barge, which I'm also a big fan of, same with Gear Seeker Serpent, but come on. A million Self-Assemblers, bring it on. I'll play it. Like, usually 2 copies isn't great, but after 3 copies, it can definitely do a lot of work. I did speak about this earlier, saying that, you know, green has a lot of good 5-drops, but green did seem kind of cut off from our direction. Vengeful Rebel is great, but we don't have ways to trigger Revolt. Alternatively, I would consider maybe the Gear Seeker Serpent if Self-Assembler wasn't in his pack, but I gotta take the Self-Assembler, given that we have 2 copies already. This is another energy payoff, but one of the more weaker ones. There's also Ether Theorist, which I like here. Hunt the Weak is also fine. We have 1 removal spell, a bounce spell. Ether Theorist is okay. Might just prefer Hunt the Weak. Just a good removal spell. We're not like lacking ways to generate energy. Like, we have like Green Belt Rampagers, Attuned, Thriving Turtle, Ether Swooper, Arrow of Innovation. I guess it's not even it's not even a freaking Artificer, so it doesn't even really trigger the Arrow of Innovation. So I think I just take the Hunt the Weak here. Ooh, Skyship Plunder is perfect. I mean, the more we connect, the more energies we can generate. And if we have a creature with a 1/1 counter, we can also proliferate, basically, by giving that creature a 1/1 counter. Alternatively, we'd be looking at a Renegade map. I think we take Skyclave Plunder here. So yeah, the deck is shaping up really nicely. I like this deck. Might even go 16 lands. Because, Ether Swooper, perfect. Ooh, I also wouldn't mind Mavic Thopterus on the splash, but we just gotta take the Ether Swoopers, 40 Arrow of Innovation, and some of our synergistic energy shenanigans. It's probably 17 lands because we have a lot of 5s that we want to get towards. The Wild Wanderer, it could be cuttable, but it also helps us fix and help us find the 5th land. Ether Trade Winds could also be okay. We can do some bounce shenanigans with it. We can bounce our own lands and bounce it opponent's creature in the late game for all it's worth. Can also bounce back and save a creature from removal. Could take an Implement of Examination. Could also take Fen Hauler on the splash, which would give us another good top end creature. Honestly, I don't think I need a second Thriving Turtle. Or we can just take an Implement. We don't have much card advantage outside of nothing, I guess. Outside of the Arrow of Innovation. Yeah, I think I'll take the Implement of Examination here. Could also consider hard splashing for Daring Demolition, but I think we need some card advantage, so could play 1 copy. There's also Select for Inspection and Leave in the Dust, which are also pretty decent as well. I like the efficiency of this card a lot. It's pretty nice. I also like Leave in the Dust too. Both of these cards could be pretty decent in the deck. Yeah, given that Leave in the Dust could be just too expensive, I think I'd take Select for Inspection, take the more cheaper card. And then, we'll play a million copies of these, why not? And again, I could just run 16 lands, if I'm not mistaken. The cards I could consider cutting, I mean, I guess Inspection could be cuttable. Thriving Turtle could also be cuttable. It's one of more weaker cards. I like the rest of the other 2s. Prophetic Prism might not be necessary either. It does help us fix. It is an artifact, but we're not going 3 colors, it doesn't seem like. So this could actually be the color. Ooh, Gear Seeker Serpent and Bowman Bazaar Barge. Okay, this is really sweet. Yeah, you know what? I think it's Gear Seeker Serpent. Bowman Bazaar Barge is a 4-mana 5/5 that does draw us 3, but we don't have a lot of 3 power in the early game, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to crew from what it looks like, so I think it's Gear Seeker Serpent. Yeah, most of the time if we end up playing this on turn 4, we need to wait until turn 5 to crew it, so it's not that great. Not sure if this matters. P-File could be nice too. Gives us a nice early blocker. I mean, 4-drop blocker. I could consider it as well. Another Shipwreck Moray. Okay, alright. This deck looks pretty decent. So we just need to figure out the cuts. So 3 cards. The question is, do I go 17 or 16 lands? Or 16 lands? It's probably 17 lands. Prophetic Prism does help us fix and does help out with the Gear Seeker Serpent, but it also doesn't do anything in this deck other than cantrip, which is always fine. Let's see. One or more weaker cards. Wild Wanderer helps us find a land, so I don't actually hate that as well. This is gonna be tough. I do like Quadruple Self-Assembler. That's really strong. If that's the case, we just want to drop like the weaker cards, like maybe Shipwreck Moray is weak, Wild Wanderer is probably weak. P-File, I'm fine with a copy, but it's also one of the more weaker cards. I know this Thriving Turtle can make energy, but it's also not great. Select for Inspection is also kind of meh. I like the Greenbelt Rampager. I like the Swooper, Era of Innovation. Skyship Plunder is also great. Druid of the Cow. Prophetic Prism could also be cuttable. Yeah, very, very interesting deck. So far, I like the rest of these cards. I mean, I could also consider cutting the Riparian Tiger. It does generate an energy, though. Implement could also maybe go. We don't have much card advantage, though. So maybe it's between one of all these cards. So let's say, well, if we cut Prophetic Prism, because we don't need it, and we cut maybe like the Wild Wanderer, although finding a land is also nice. Sometimes just having the ramp. Maybe Shipwreck Moray can go. How much energy generators do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. Maybe 6. This can generate energy all day, so I don't really care. Yeah, maybe the Shipwreck Moray is one more weaker cards. It is an energy outlet, but it's not a very good one. Because, like, even if you use 1 energy to make this into a 2/3, it still doesn't trade much. It's not a great card, honestly. I think it's 17 lands. You know what? I could also just cut the P-File. I know it does fly and helps us block flyers, but maybe the Shipwreck Moray could be pretty decent if we just put a bunch of 1/1 counters onto it. Load up energy onto it, it can be kind of scary. But same with the P-File. But I also like the efficiency of Thriving Turtle. Like, sure, it isn't like a great card, but it can be fine. Select for Inspection. How much interaction do we have? Hunt the Weak, Trade Winds, Malfunction, we definitely need to play. So not much interaction, so I think we actually have to end up playing, we have to play all of these removal spells, unfortunately. So I think I like the Select for Inspection. The Trade Winds is kind of questionable too. We can always bounce our own land, but it's also a decent playable. Yeah, maybe it's just a P-File. Maybe that can go. And I do want the Wild Wanderer to kind of guarantee I hit my land drops. I need to implement, because we are going to be a pretty mana-hungry deck with all these 5-drops. Gear Seeker Serpent as a mana sink. Same with the Fabrication Module as a mana sink. Yeah, we're going to be a pretty pretty mana-hungry deck. So, again, I don't need a Prophetic Prism. I know it ramps me the Gear Seeker Serpent, but we aren't splashing for a 3rd color. The Goggles seems kind of weak in this deck. Not too many Artificers. Highest Power Artisan could be fine on turn 3, and I guess I could consider that. It does block a flyer, but it doesn't have any synergy in the deck. Shipwreck Moray does have synergy, but it's not a very appealing creature. Like, basically, like, let's say we don't get the Fabrication Module in the game. It's just going to sit there. It's not going to be great. It can maybe help out the Ether Swooper or generate energy for the Era of Innovation to sacrifice and draw 3 cards, which I guess could be fine. And it's an okay blocker, so maybe I could consider it. Like, Ether Trade Winds could be the much more weaker card in this deck. I like the Thriving Turtle. Implement's also questionable, but again, we don't have card advantage in this deck. I mean, Implement also just, I mean, it does help us ramp the Gear Seeker Serpent. I guess it's not too bad. There's also, I mean, I could also cut the Gear Seeker Serpent. Is that crazy? Cutting the Gear Seeker Serpent. But if I was to implement the Shipwreck Moray, I would have to cut one of these cards. I say. I do like the Implement. Maybe I do need it for card advantage. And the Thriving Turtle helps me block in the early game as well. Maybe it's just the Ether Trade Winds. Ether Trade Winds is pretty insane with Rich Scale Tusker. But we do have Select for Inspection to also bounce it. Yeah, Trey Winds can probably go. I think I need the extra creature here. Just the Shipwreck Moray can be a fine blocker. And it does have energy synergy, so I don't actually hate that. I can also see the argument running 18 lands. But we do have a Tune to help search lands, same with Wild Wander, same with Druid. So I think 17 lands is correct. And then the mana base, I think, yeah, definitely favoring blue slightly. So we'll give this a shot, see how it goes. Simic Energy Assemblers, I guess that's a good, decent name for a deck. And then hopefully we can get 7 with this, or a good win rate. And then maybe I'll make a part 2 video before Kaladesh Remastered goes away to round out the draft set. And then, I mean, the next set's Innistrad Midnight Hunt. I'm probably gonna fire off one Ikoria draft video to showcase how stupid it is, and then not draft it, and then just take a break for Magic. Okay, Thriving Turtle could be fine. Greenbelt Rampager too. Yeah, we'll keep. We could play the Greenbelt Rampager first, I suppose. And then we can play this as just a 2/3. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Or we can just attack with the Thriving Turtle, put a counter, and then I guess what we can do is we can also just play Greenbelt Rampagers. Okay, I guess this can trade. Yeah, that's annoying. Maybe it's better off to just attack and then trade for the Ether Poisoner next turn with this. And then just save the Greenbelt Rampager as an energy generator. I think I'm down for that. Yeah, I'll pay, and if he wants to block, I'll take it. Because I don't want this Ether Poisoner connecting constantly. It's just going to be a problem against all my other ground creatures. We'll just play this out. And then we'll probably keep this back, and then we can play out the Greenbelt Rampager to start generating energy. It is a kind of a waste of energy, but in a sense, the Ether Poisoner is also going to be really annoying later on. I can also trade with the Sky Skiff. Oh, what I can do is I can hold full control too with the Greenbelt Rampager. And also crew and attack for 2. I can fetch this anyway, so we just want to land at the top. Land is good. Yeah, I could just hold full control. So what I can do is I can play this. Do some cute shenanigans here. And I'll probably trade here for the 1/1 Death Touch. I know this could be a great wall, but like I don't want to use a premium removal spell on a 1/1 Death Toucher. Especially when the opponent could have like more insane bombs. So I'm fine trading this off, and then we'll have a Greenbelt Rampager to play next turn. And then that can hopefully help us stabilize. So we'll do 2. I mean, I could also... Yeah, I'll just say go. So could see a Vengeful Rebel here. Vengeful Rebel doesn't kill this, but does prevent me from blocking for a turn. Which I'm fine with. We're still at a decent life total. Strength attack. This does imply a Vengeful Rebel, so I think I actually take 2 here. I'll take 2. Yeah, this does imply Vengeful Rebel, so I don't want him to use it -3/-3. Gonti, Lord of Luxury is pretty good. Alright, that's a scary card. Yeah, so he can just look at the top 3 cards and then just take my best one. It's pretty scary. Okay, this is going to be rough. So with this coming in at me constantly, I think I might need to kill this with Malfunction, or at least trade my Greenbelt Rampager off for it. A 2/3 Death Touch is just so good. Conti's just great in general. The card's a bomb. Yeah, I think we just go main phase, play land. Could trade off, but I think I need my creature around. We'll just lock this down for now. It's kind of like the best answer to it that we have, and we'll see go. I think I'll crew. I mean, he could have Subtle Strike. I could play around Subtle Strike. It is a strange attack. This does imply Subtle Strike, so how do I play around Subtle Strike? I guess I can block here. Or crew and block and then lose my Sky Skiff. He'll have a 3-3. I can just take it, though. So if I block here, he does have Subtle Strike here. Do I care? Yeah, I do care. Let's make him use it. So if I block here and give this -1/-1, he can make that into a 2/2. Let's just block here and then have him just use it now. Could be a Power Helix, I'm not sure. That was a strange attack. Oh, I guess he oops me just as... That's really interesting. Yeah, we'll just keep playing out Self-Assemblers, I guess, and just keep drawing them. Alternatively, I can play out Repairing Tiger. This is very interesting. Yeah, let's just play out a Self-Assembler. And I'll block the Ether Poisoner now. Live fast? Okay, that's fine. He does lose 2 life, though, so it does put me ahead of the clock. I'll trade for the Ether Poisoner now. But he's probably going to stay back, obviously, because he's afraid. Yeah, we'll just play a Greenbelt Rampager, maybe. We'll play another Self-Assembler. Grab another Self-Assembler. Crew the Greenbelt Rampager. I can attack with the Thriving Turtle, right? That's fine. Getting the extra point of damage. Yeah, we'll go for this. There's no sweepers on my deck, so I don't really care too much. Ooh, Aethersphere Harvester is very good. So I could attack. He goes for a block. I can always finish it off with Hunt the Weak, which is a fine exchange, I think. Yeah, we could just go for that. Ether Swooper is pretty good. I could trade. Yeah, I could trade Sky Skip and then fight off the 3/5. You could also be holding on to Unlicensed Disintegration, which is really annoying. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this is okay. It is really annoying, though. So he can gain 6 life off of this, which is really annoying. Let's see. I think that's fine. But I do need to maybe attack with Fall this turn if he has some sort of trick. But if he has Unlicensed Disintegration, this would suck. So maybe I should have just set up a better attack. I don't know. This was a little bit weird. Yeah, we'll say go and just pass. I want to play around license disintegration, because if I try to use Hunt the Weak and he tries to use it on me, it's going to be a complete blowout, and I need to answer this Ether Sphere Harvester some way somehow. So maybe I should just play out another self-assembler and just develop the board. So yeah, this wasn't a good play, I don't think. That was probably a misplay. So he's going to use this to gain 3. I can swing back. Hopefully. Oh, it was an Implement of Examination in my deck. I mean, he can't really sacrifice it, so it was a pretty bad card then. He managed to get a pretty bad card. So he probably has Unlicensed Disintegration if he's going to play this out like this, so I'll just play off another self-assembler here. We'll just draw them all. And then we'll just say go. Yeah, it's probably unlicensed here. I feel like he has an unlicensed disintegration. Oh, he has blue mana to draw it. Okay, so never mind. So he managed to draw 2 cards off of that. I do want him to tap out, though, so this is going to be a little bit of a hard game. If the opponent keeps holding up mana for unlicensed, I can't really do much against that. So we need to price up all-out attack or something. Goggles for the ether poisoner is pretty good. Malphite Squad. Okay, so now he's tapped out. Going for an all-out attack isn't super bad for me. Yeah, it's probably okay. Skyship Plunder. So I could attack with all here. I lose a 4/4. This gets to eat something. I think I have to attack with all. Or step another turn. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I just attack with a 4/4s here. Bit misplay. I got distracted there. I should have killed a 1/1 token first. So yeah, my mom distracted me. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think now we need to use Hunt the Weak here to take out the Ether Sphere Harvester. Yeah, making a Thriving Turtle large could be worth it here. I'm hoping this works. If he has Subtle Strike, I'm gonna cry though. Yeah, I should maybe target Rebel Rampager. At least this dies. And at least I can play out the Skyship Plunder and take it from here. This is going to become a larger creature too. It's going to become a 3/6 at least. The Skyship Plunder can also start growing this as well, so That was a bad turn. I could have taken out the 1/1 and used the green belt Rampager, fought the Ether Sphere Harvester. It's fine as well. So maybe the game plan is to win the game with flyers. I'm fine doing this, and then I'm fine just generating counters all day onto the Thriving Turtles. So what we can do is we can still crew the green belt Rampager here. Attack with both of these. I can also make a servo token on defense as well. Wow, alright, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not the worst. Pretty annoying though. I can still take 5, which is fine. Then we can make another servo token to maybe double block the Malphite squad the next following turn. This can attack in for 6, which is a lot of damage as well, so it's not the worst. It's also not great. Revolution, that's pretty good too. Guess I'll take 5. And then hopefully he runs out of resources eventually. Yeah, I'll take 5. That's fine, I don't care. I can just block that anyways. It's forced attack, so Self-Assembler looks like a really good turn here. Decline. And yeah, I think I attack and make a servo token. I can also make this into a 3-powered creature if I want to. But we're probably fine crewing this and attacking the Ether Swooper. And make a 1/1 token and then double block the Malphite squad, block the 3/1, 3/3 as well. So I think this is fine. He can equip the goggles onto the frontline rebel. Okay, sure. So I saw that one coming. So I guess I double block this, or I still double block the Malphite squad. Or maybe we just take 4. Not sure. Probably want to double block the Malphite squad if he attacks. Because he can just equip it and make this an even larger creature, which is going to become a problem. So I think I'm down double blocking the Malphite squad. Oh wow, Rich Scale Tusker. So what I can do is this. I can essentially crew the 1/1 token, right? And I think I just do it now. We'll just play Rich Scale Tusker, pump the team, play our Mythic Uncommon. And by doing this, I think I can attack with all. If he has removal for this, I'm still alive. So, Fine blocking this. Pretty decent deck from the opponent. Questionable card is probably Frontline Rebel. It's not a card I'm too high upon, but usually the Sweatworks Brawlers are just better cards because like you can just ramp them in the Artifacts deck, and then they're just 3/3 Menacers. So that was a definitely interesting game. I'm hoping we can play more games like that. I can see our deck being definitely weak to maybe aggro decks, because we just need to hit our land drops consistently, so that's very interesting to note. Alright, well, I mean, there's always this type of hand, and we're on the draw, so I think we try it. What we can do is we can also do a cute combo where we play the Ether Swooper first, and then play out the Era of Innovation, and then have it attack, and then get the extra energy. And keep going off of it. This is a pretty scary turn, though. The other alternative option is we can play the Era, and then when it enters the battlefield, we can't block it anyways. I think we need to get some pressure going, so let's do this instead. And then we can start chumping or something, or at least making infinite 1/1 tokens. So this becomes a must-kill next turn. Wow, double Relentless Fireweaver. Oh my god. Yeah, we might just get run over here before we can assemble our ultimate combo. Yeah, this is scary. So we can just keep making servo tokens all day. I think I chump. It's not wrong. I think we actually chump here. I can't afford to keep taking damage from these Reckless Fireweavers. Even gets like goggles on it. Oh, so annoying. Ugh. Alright, I guess we just play Shipwreck Mori and play defense for the turn being. He's going to attack me for 2, make a serval token. I mean, I guess I can still make some energy with this. The Sky Skip doesn't really do much. I think we need to set up a board with self-assemblers and then just go wide. And hopefully it doesn't burn us out with artifacts. I can also sacrifice the Era. Like, maybe we do so end of turn, if it becomes a problem. If he also decides to attack with the Reckless Fireweavers, we can also double block, activate, and get rid of it. Yeah, this is probably the game where I do want to just sacrifice the Era. Because we need to hit our land 5, and we need to get some big creatures down, so not sure. And the Rich Scale Tusker can also allow us to start blocking as well. So this is very interesting. I can attack, make another token, and then keep the Era around. But for the best, I think we need to sacrifice the Era and draw 3 cards in this matchup. Yeah, I think it's very important to get this going, and then we can finally drop a self-assembler and then fetch the R1 out. Before he just burns us out completely, so I think this is the correct thing to do. And hopefully he has no removal, because if he kills self-assembler, I only have 1 blocker. And yeah, he can just burn me out here, so I need to be really careful. I mean, I might just lose this anyways, because, I mean, this is just insane. There's not much I can do about it. Maybe next turn I can play Sky Skip and Wild Wanderer, and at least block the Ether Swooper. Yeah, this is bad. And he locks down my mana, so we're in a rough spot here for sure. So maybe should have kept the Swooper back to at least block the token. But definitely in a rough shape here. And and another flyer. So if he plays an artifact, the other flyer is just going to attack and fly over. So we're probably forced to chump this regardless. So let's see. Let's play the Sky Skiff. Do we play another self-assembler, or do we Ridge Scale Tusker now? I think we play a self-assembler, and then next turn we can do the whole thing. I don't think we attack. Hopefully no artifact, because we're forced to chump if he has an artifact here. One artifact and I'm basically so screwed. It's not even a question. Or I can find removal to take this out. But we're still dead to 2 artifacts here. So the Reckless Fireweaver is also a problem. The Well-Fast Wingsmith is also a problem. But hopefully he's just not drawing anything. Okay. Very interesting. So now what we can do is we can play the turtle. Can't crew it though. Maybe it is just another self-assembler. Or maybe we activate the Shipwreck Moray. Crew. No, that seems really bad. Yeah, that seems really terrible. Do we just play another one? I mean, any artifact and we're just dead, pretty much. Maybe we just need to play the Ridge Scale Tusker and start getting aggressive. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do, so let's just do this. One, two, three, 4. I guess we have 4 blockers next turn. 4 blockers should be fine. I think I need to start swinging. Not sure if crewing this was correct. I think it was. Okay. If he's just hitting land drops all day, we should be able to smash and kill him. Okay, so we need to start being aggressive. Alright, let's go. Yeah, luckily the opponent isn't doing much, so we should attack with maybe our ground creatures and then keep the flyers back. I think that's fine, so what we can do is we can play another self-assembler here. So he's forced to chump with 2 creatures here. Yeah, so he's still trying to keep the conditions around so he can burn me out. So hopefully no artifact off the top. If he does, we just lose. Yeah, wow, no artifacts? Jesus. I feel sorry, opponent. You were supposed to win this game. I really do. I mean, come on, holy crap. I was supposed to lose this game. That should not have happened. Did he draw like... He probably drew like 6 lands in a row there. That's really bad. Holy crap. I feel for you, opponent, okay? I have games like that, so I won't be surprised if I have games like that too, so I feel for you. So yeah, I won't be surprised if I just end up drawing... I mean, actually I don't mind flooding with this deck either, because we just have so much expensive 5-drops. Thriving Turtle, Green Belt Rampager, Sky Skiff. Yeah, I think I can keep this. Yeah, we're probably gonna play the Driving Turtle and then play Sky Skip and then crew it after we power it up. And it's also gonna be become a decent blocker. Skyship Plunder? Maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe that's just better because we can just start loading counters onto this Thriving Turtle. We can also start gaining counters with a Greenbelt Rampager too. But we're probably more interested in proliferating and putting counters on this thing, so I hope he just doesn't kill my Skyship Plunder. Narnum Renegade, decent Death Toucher. Okay. It's pretty good. Outlandbore is pretty good too. I mean, we can block that as well, so. Surprised he didn't attack with a Death Toucher as well. Yeah, we could crew the Sky Skiff. Like, what we can do is now is this. We can do the whole full control trick where we just play this, hold full control, crew, and then attack. And next turn we can do the same. Do I block the Outlandbore? I think I have to. I know this can eventually clear a path, but I still think I have to here. I mean, I could take it for one more turn and then put a counter so it can essentially trade, but I think we need to block the 4/4. Yeah, we can't take a million damage. We're forced to do this. Hopefully, he doesn't have a way to answer my Thriving Turtle. Probably has an answer to this. Maybe a Chandra's Pyro Helix. I mean, he would have used it. Damn, that's really... Yeah, that's rude. Yeah, that's rude. Why do you have to do this to me, opponent? I guess I can attack and then have a 3/4 back on defense. Let's see, if I play this... Oh no, I had to pay it first, so I think I need to do that. So we'll just attack for 2. Make an energy, and then we can play Greenbelt Rampager and then have it as a decent blocker. And then we can maybe lock down the 4/4 or take 4. I can also chump. No, I can't. I guess I can't chump it. So I'm forced to essentially just take 4. I guess I'll be taking 5 down to 12 if I don't do anything. If it's a removal spell, I guess I'll just crew and then hold these 2 off. Do I trade for the Narnum Renegade? It's not a bad idea. This becomes another win condition, but I might be more interested and inclined to just trade here, which isn't again the worst. But this also holds off the other creatures. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it, and then we'll give it one turn before I decide whether or not I want to shipwreck more. I can also lock this down. Ooh, Self-Assembler is also really good, nice here too. I mean, I can play the Shipwreck Mori to keep loading up energy, in a sense. But maybe it's still fine playing out Self-Assembler and offering the trade. And then playing out another Self-Assembler. We can basically go nuts here. And I think we need to attack for 2 to apply enough pressure. Hopefully no Hunt a week. That would suck. So if he uses Hunt a week, then I'll trade for the Narnum Renegade. Trade's worth it. Another Outlandbore, okay. But we can play Gear Seeker Serpent, which is a better card. Alright, that's a good sign. I could take it. Yeah, I'll take it here. Repairing Tiger. I think I'll lock that down. Malfunction for sure. Yeah, we cannot allow that to stick around. This has to go. So he's pretty much gonna chump if I decide to attack. So I think this is okay, and then we can kill him next turn by making Gear Seeker Serpent unblockable essentially. So we'll see go. I could also just chump trade here, which is a totally fine, reasonable trade as well. So opponent's deck can be really scary if we don't hit our land drops and stay alive. I think I trade. Yeah, I don't want to take 1 million damage. I think I actually trade here. I mean, we just make this unblockable, right? And at the very least, I can still trade. I can't think of anything in red or green that can deal with this. Yup. Gear Seeker Serpent is just such a house. Holy shit, this card is just so great. Blocks basically almost anything in this set. It blocks Ridscale Tusker, which is insane. I guess it can't block the Repairing Tiger since it becomes a 6/6 Trampler, but come on, like, it blocks like almost 90% of the creatures in this game, which is incredible. I mean, this set, which is just really incredible. And plus, it becomes a win condition that can just win the game with a single activation. The card's so nice, and it's also not an artifact where you can't target it with any artifact hate. So it's a pretty insane card. Okay, we have some lands. I like this. I'll take all the lands. This is a fine deck for us to flood because we have so many 5-drops. I played against this guy a long time ago too. I always face him in Mythic ranking, but this time I guess he's at Diamond. Could leave with Ether Swooper or the Sky Skiff. Probably down for the Sky Skiff. Not sure. Yeah, we probably want to keep this to block the 2/3. I'm not sure. Let's play out the Ether Swooper. I'm fine maybe just getting out the 1/1 Serval right away. If he grows this, we can bounce it back. Define Salvager's alright. So we'll probably take 2 here. Attack, make a servo, and then keep the Sky Skiff. Ooh, Druid is really nice too. Maybe just Druid, yeah. And then we can still block and then attack, make a servo token. Just want to get enough ramp going, and then if he tries to grow this, and then we can bounce it back with Select for Inspection, send him back. It's pretty good. Hidden Stockpile is really strong too. This card's nutty. But Permanent needs to leave the battlefield, right? It's something you control. So he can go off if he just uses this all day. But Hunt the Weak is also great. Can't really kill anything currently right now with Hunt the Weak. I can play an Implement and cycle it end of turn. Can Sky Skiff. Maybe set up an attack next turn to fight this, but I still don't think it's that great. I think I'll just play the Implement. Oh, actually, I'll just tap out for both spells. How about that? That's way better. And then we can always save the Select for Inspection for something else here. Attack for 1. Not sure if attacking is even correct, to be honest. So basically, an Abzan Revolt deck. Revolt is not a It's not mechanic in this set, Kaladesh Remastered, which is emphasis too highly. It was an Ether Revolt, which had a little bit more emphasis. They still have some great Revolt cards, like Hidden Stockpile, of course. But there's also some... Okay, this is a weird attack. This does imply he has a trick, so I think I take it. Yeah, that is definitely a weird attack, so I don't want to necessarily block with a Sky Skiff here. I think he knew that was coming. Yeah, I think he knew that was coming. So now what we can do is we can play Thriving Turtle, can just block. Yeah, we could just sack this draw too. I think I'll do that first. Thriving Turtle can just block both of these cards. Ooh, Greenbelt Rampager is also really neat too. I guess we can use this as a mana sink to keep making 1/1s all day. Alternatively, we can just have it out as a 3/4 next turn. I guess we can do that next turn and then set up a fight with the Hunt the Weak. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Why not? Opponent's almost out of stuff too. We probably want to fight off the 2/3 here. Opponent does nothing. That's a good sign as well. So we can malfunction on the Defiant Salvager if we want to. I guess I can Greenbelt Rampager and fight this off. Yeah, I think it's worth it now. This is fine. Like, I could still use this as a mana sink, but the 2/4 is 2/3 is going to become a problem if we can just start loading up counters onto it. So I think this is correct. Since he has 0 cards now, he can sack this as Scry. Which is also fine. And we'll attack for 1. Can malfunction, can bounce a creature back. We'll say go. Funny thing is, I don't even want to select for inspection on the Defiant Salvager. Hopefully, this isn't anything too crazy. He did keep it on top. So is this a 5-color bullshit card? Dark Intimidations. For each opponent, sacrifice a creature players, then discard a card. You may return a creature card planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand and draw a card. Okay. It doesn't trigger Revolt for me. Yeah, I guess I'll just bounce the select for inspection. Actually, might just bounce the malfunction. Because the issue with the malfunction, I mean, the malfunction does get rid of a creature, but he does get value off of sacrificing it. So I'm not sure what I want to do here, necessarily. I already chose a creature to sack. I chose a 1/1 servo. I think he's just thinking here. Wow, he actually managed to pull this off. I mean, congrats. Not a lot of people can pull this off, so. Is that me? I already chose a creature. What's going on? I guess I'll just let it resolve. I don't know what's going on here. I guess this might be a glitch. If it's a glitch, I don't know. That's kind of sad, but I mean, if it is a glitch, it's a glitch. I'll still keep on select for inspection here. Because it can potentially just bounce back to Defiant Salvager. I mean, yeah, this is probably a glitch here. I chose a creature already. What's going on? Are you serious? I don't know. Whatever. I'll just let him rope me. It's MTG Arena. It's Wizards, and they're still in beta testing phase. I don't know. I did choose my creature. What's going on here? Okay, just rope me out then. I guess I didn't sacrifice a creature. That's really strange. This is probably the weirdest game I've ever played. Do I attack here? I do. I guess I do. I can offer to trade here. I can't malfunction too. Yeah, I think I attack here. I'm fine trading for the Winding Constrictor. And then hitting him for 5 is really nice here too. Yeah, we'll just play our Repairing Tiger, and then we can lock something down and go for a huge attack next turn. Hopefully for lethal. Renegade map. I guess he can sack this and make make this into a 4/4. Okay, that's kind of cute. We can lock it down with Malfunction. He makes a 1/1 Servo, but we can just trample over. Yeah, let's just lock this down now. And I think I attack with all, actually. I guess there's a glitch here. Yeah, I guess it died. I don't know. If I attack like this, he can chump here, block here. I still think we go for it. Yeah, we'll make this into a 6/6. Why not? I don't care about a 1/1 Servo. Who cares about that? We're just here to smash his face. I guess he wants to stack this on his turn to enable Revolt. He should have stacked on his upkeep. Ether Poisoner. Okay, that's going to hold us off, maybe, but this can still trample over for a shit ton of damage. So I guess this is dead. It was just a glitch that happened. Okay, Arrow of Innovation is really busted, but we can't do anything with it. So if we attack with all, what happens? Chump or trade here. Yeah, he's just dead here. So, I mean, I guess I can just play this anyways. I'm not sure if it does anything. It probably doesn't do anything at this point. Yeah, we might as well attack here. I think he's just dead, right? Because this has trample, unless he has removal. So he can block here. He can put everything in front here. Okay, I guess he has removal here. I'm not sure. Yeah. Really interesting deck. I don't know if it's worth splashing for this. It is a strong card, but it's still 3 colors, and I don't know if the effect's even worth it. It's not like Cruel Ultimatum where you like draw 3, you make the opponent discard like 2 cards and sacrifice 2 creatures or something. I don't know. It's like a mini Cruel Ultimatum. It's a fun card, and I applaud him for doing it. But honestly, yeah, that didn't give him the win. So 4-0. Let's keep this up. This set is all about tempo and tempo and infinite value shenanigans that you can do. I'm mostly I mostly like the tempo decks more because they can end games and they have like a good game plan where you can just curve out and just kill the opponent. Whereas the infinite combo decks are a little bit much more situational. You have to have the right picks in the draft to really get them going. But they can really go off if you have an infinite combo deck, and you can just completely just destroy every opponent once you get all 3 of your modules, for example, or keep looping back the innovation over and over again in the late game, or hidden stockpile can do some revolt shenanigans as well. But for the most part, I like the beatdown decks more. I think they can really punish the other decks here too, because the beatdown decks can also just ramp up big stuff like, again, the Gear Seeker Serpents, like the last game we did. So, alright, Era of Innovation, Attunement of Ether, yeah, seems great. We'll use this to find our first green source, our second green, I guess. Play Era, and then hopefully we can get the Ether Super combo. Alright, hopefully I don't draw too many lands. We have our 5 mana already to cast our 5 drops, so just need to take it slow. Turn 4, I can lock something down and not get run over. Okay, that's a good one. Should have played out the force that he knew about, so that was a minor misplay. And I think I'm fine blocking if he attacks. Okay, Foundry Inspector. I don't know why he decided to main phase that card. Ooh, Self-Assembler is really good. I guess we just play self-assembler and we just make a million self-assemblers. I don't really care about the era. Like, I could get value off of it, but we can do that next turn. Let's just play it now. And this just blocks everything. I can effectively attack with this as well. If he has removal, he'll eventually just run out of removal, so... Okay, Skywalker shot. Guess I'll take 5, keep this back to hold off the 2-3 next turn, or just pay the 2 mana. How greedy do I get here? I think I do so. It's just the energy is so good if I can draw 3 with this, so yeah, I think I will. And then next turn I can keep it back up as a blocker. So hopefully no revoke privileges. Yeah, having 4 of these is just really insane. Like... Propeller Pioneer. Fine card. I could attack and then trade both of them off. Yeah, let's attack here. I'm fine trading. I'm fine 2 for 1 the opponent here. I'll trade for these, I mean... And if he wants to trade here as well, take it. If he wants to attack, that's also fine. Play another land, play another self-assembler. Make more energy. I mean, at this point, I can literally just draw my entire deck, right? I don't know. I might just sacrifice this end of turn. Like, there's nothing wrong with drawing 3 cards off of this. It's really insane. I can also keep this around for 1 more turn and then just make 2 energy and then sacrifice this. Sure, so there's also that plan, because maybe we're interested... I mean, maybe our plan is to play the self-assembler anyways. So, like, what's the point of even sacrificing this for more alternatives when we can just keep playing them out? Yeah, well, I guess the opponent's doing the same thing. So now I guess we can do an alternative game plan. We can just lock it down with a malfunction and attack. So in that case, maybe it's fine sacrificing this now. Because we're planning to maybe use a malfunction to answer this. Ooh, fabrication module. This is insane too. Yeah, fabrication module is also just insane. So how much mana do I have? I guess I can fabricate... So I guess I can do this. I can fabrication module. Play Thriving Turtle. Which one do I enhance? I guess I can enhance this one. I mean, he's just going to double block anyways. Maybe enhance the Druida Cal, although the Druida Cal is most likely going to stay tapped. I don't know. I guess I can just put here for the hell of it. We can fight the 4/5, I guess, with the other one, and attack with the 5/5, but then it's just going to die. I can also malfunction it, but I might want to save malfunction for something else. So let's just do this. Let's just kill this. And then the question is, do I trade? I think I trade, because if I do trade, he can't cast the other one. So I think I'm fine attacking here. And then we can keep using the fabrication module to start loading up counters onto our creatures. And generating energy too over and over. So that's really awesome. This card is really awesome. It's just such a powerful mana sink in the late game. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 mana next turn, so we can still self-assembler and malfunction. So that's really good. So opponent's trying to do the same thing we're doing. That's funny. But the question is, who's going to get there first, of course. So yeah, we're just going to play land. We're going to malfunction the other self-assembler. And then, yeah, I think I'm fine attacking too here. I can also make an energy with this as well. And then if he decides to block it, we'll also, we can also fabricate. So yeah, I think I like this. This is fine. Yeah, he doesn't have any good blocks because I can just use a fabrication module and pump. And if he wants to like 3-for-1 himself here, that's also really good for me. Okay, that's fine. I guess I can, yeah, I guess I can kill the Foundry Inspector, so I'll just activate this now. Make it a lot harder for him to get out his 5/5, so he needs to top deck a land, basically. If he doesn't, then he can't play this to stabilize, and even if he did, it's still going to end up trading, so... Okay, opponent plays a Malfunction. Can also attack with a Druid of the Cow as well now. Can also select for inspection my own self-assembler. I think we just attack with both. And if he blocks this, we can give it energy, and again, deal more damage, and this is fine. Opponent could also have his own Fumigate, but yeah, he's just dead. You can't, if you're the first guy who gets the whole self-assembler combo and you have your lands, you basically destroy the opponent. Alright, so yeah, 5-0. Let's do another, hopefully get to 7 wins again. And then yeah, we're slowly climbing out of Dumpster Mythic now that we're taking this seriously. Opening hand. Ooh, Druid of Cow. Yeah, let's keep this. We can Greenbelt Rampager, make some mana. I mean, we can play this out on turn 3. I mean, I can just do that on turn 3. I mean, alternatively, there's Druid of the Cow, which can help us ramp. Maybe it's fine getting out on turn 3 to start beating down. Like, that could actually be a reasonable play. I can also attune with Ether. Yeah, I think I just like that. I mean, alternatively, again, I can just attune with Ether and then just play it to get a land from the deck. I can also just play both of them, or play Druid of the Cow and then play the attune. So we're definitely gonna play this out here. Yeah, I guess I messed up. I should have played this, but whatever. This is fine. I'll save this for other shenanigans. This is essentially just a 2-mana 3/4, which is nice. Turn 2, just having this out is really powerful. And then we can do the 2 next turn with the Druid of the Cow, and that's totally fine as well. Long Tusk Cub is really strong. I guess I'm fine just holding this off for the time being, because this is going to become a 3/3 almost. So I do need to be careful, so I think I want to tune here. Find my island, and I don't want to attack. Yeah, Long Tusk Cub can just be very scary. I mean, I could attack and then block this, but if he has a removal spell, that's going to become a problem, because he already generated 2 energy, so I don't want to attack here for sure. I guess you could set up Hunt the Week. Hunt the Week would be really bad here. I know, I guess Hunt the Week is 3 mana, so I need to Hunt the Week before Hunt the Week's me. Yeah, I think we just do it now. There's no question about it. Please resolve. If he has a removal spell, that's still fine. I'm still fine trading this. Yeah. Wow. Okay, at least it trades. At least it trades. At least this trades. The worst case scenario, like, wow, oops, wow, okay. That was a real misplay. Opponent should have dealt 2 there, so that might just cost the game. Okay, I mean, thanks for the win, opponent. I mean, it would have been a 2-for-2, but yeah, that was a huge misplay from the opponent here. Probably gonna play both of my creatures here and then just take it slow. I could also be mana efficient and try the implement of examination. But I think I just want to develop tempo, right? So let's just play these two out, and then this isn't just going to be insane. I might as well even attack with the cow. I'm not even against attacking here, since he can't even block effectively, and the 1 damage could matter, so we'll just do this. Ooh, Metallurgic Summoning. I haven't seen this one, but if he does pull it off, I'll congratulate him. Man, yeah, I will definitely congratulate him if he can pull it off. Let's just play this out. Do I want to make a serval token? Yeah, I guess I will. I might as well. And then once Skyship Plunder attacks connects, I can also enhance my Greenbelt Rampager as well. So yeah, we can just keep going infinite here. Yeah, this with counters and energy is really insane. This card's nuts. So is this a sweeper? What's this? Okay, a 5/5. I'll take that. I mean, still can't block this 5/6. So I guess we attack with all. Yeah, I guess he's just dead. So yeah, that misplay cost him the game. Otherwise, this 5/6 wouldn't have been on the battlefield, and he could have maybe survived 1 or 2 more turns or stabilized. But yeah, that was a misplay from the opponent. But yeah, I'll take the win. All right, 6-0. Jeez, finally 2 7-win videos with Kaladesh Remastered. Happy that I managed to showcase this video here, and then we'll get our final boss. Hopefully they don't just kill us and run us over, and then we can do maybe one more Kaladesh Remastered video here on my channel, and then take it from there. Alright, it's funny how the final boss is silver, but I shouldn't base it off of ranking. It's usually based on the win percentage, but this is a good starting hand. Yeah, let's just do this, and then we can lead with Ether Swooper, I think. Get our islands. Ether Chaser is really good. I could play this, generate a servo token. Also, I could just play Skyship Plunder, a hit, and then make another energy. Probably the Ether Swooper first. I'll take a bit of a beating, but there's not much I can do about it. So we can just keep making servos and start generating energy. Yep. Hopefully no Chandra's Pyro Helix. That card is just so strong in this set. Like, it's so ridiculous. I'll trade here. I'll trade. Servo Token could help him improvise and ram something out. So I don't really want him... Ooh, Skyship Stalker. Okay, now that's a card worth shutting down. Okay, so let's shut this down right now. And then let's just start making servos and... I actually don't know if I should pay this. If I pay this, I don't get the energy. So I actually think I... Oh no, I messed up here. Oops, oops, oops. You know what? I can get energy next turn. So I might have missed out on an extra energy, but I can just play the Ether Swooper next turn. Attack and decline, and then make energy that way. So hopefully no fight spell here. Hunt the Weak could be really annoying. I guess you can Hunt the Weak my Ether Swooper, but I'll just play another one and then generate more energy and take it from there. Pyro Helix is so bad against, like, so good here. Like, it just 2 for 1s is completely, it's really ridiculous. Yeah, we'll just take 2. Hopefully no crazy bomb like a second Skyship Stalker or anything. No Pyro Helix, please. Revolution, Alright, I guess at least he doesn't 2 for 1 me. It's still not good. Let's just play this main phase to make a servo token. I'm hoping I can get something going here. I'm not even sure if I should make a servo token. That's the thing. I guess I will, just to provide more damage. If I top deck Era of Innovation, I'm going to cry. Because one thing we could have done is we could have saved the energy to go off of Era of Innovation. But I still think we might need the extra creature. And I could double block this too and lose my other Ether Swooper to prevent 2. Is it worth it here? It does bait out a combat trick, and, you know, I think I'm all for it. Let's do it. He takes out my other flyer, but at least this dies and it stops becoming a nuisance. If he has a trick, yeah, it's a trick. Okay, Impeccable Timing is dead, sure. At least the opponent might not develop anything here, so give me something good off the top. Sweatworks Brawler is a good one. And we're just drawing lands. So this could just be our first loss because we're just drawing nothing but lands. So I'll stay back and double block the Ether Chaser. Hopefully get a big creature that can double block, help me double block this Sweatworks Brawler. Because we have a lot of 5s in this deck too. Multiple self-assemblers, some card draw as well, so... If he uses a removal spell, then I guess I'll just take 5, okay. I mean, I'm down to trade an Ether Swooper for Chandra's Revolution. Because we can potentially top deck a big creature and just hold everything off, so I'll take it for now. Give me something good. No lands, please. No lands. No lands. Okay, there it is. There's our big boy. That's what I was talking about. Alright, so this is going to help me win the game, of course. And hopefully he doesn't top deck removal. So we can just keep going off with these self-assemblers. We're not attacking because he can menace out the 3/3, so we don't want to take the excessive 3 damage. So I'll probably just play one out, and I probably will stay back and not attack still. Because again, I'm at a pretty low life total, and I don't want to risk getting run over. But next turn I can start attacking. Because we can also draw cards along the self-assembler and get a bunch of lands going as well, so... I mean, actually, there's nothing wrong with really attacking here. Like, I do take 3 if he does kill it, and I can still chomp. I don't know, it could still be risky here, so I'm probably gonna... stay back. Yeah, I think it's best to stay back here. I might be... Like, I could attack, but that's a little bit greedy. Let's just play Implement of Examination, play our second self-assembler, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we can sacrifice this for lands as well, so... Shipwreck Moray. Okay, with second self-assembler and Shipwreck Moray, this is great. So we'll just play this one, and then I can attack with both if I want to, just to speed up the clock. Yeah, this is nutty. Self-assembler into self-assembler into self-assembler. Yeah, now I think I'm happy attacking with both. And then I can play Shipwreck Moray, and then that will help me gum up the ground against these 2 creatures. I'm hoping he doesn't splash for Fumigate. But we still have another self-assembler to follow up. And we can threaten to pump this too next turn, so... Alright, he's just dead, right? So, if he's just going to pass a turn like this... Yeah, alright, so sweet. 7-0, sweet, sweet. Another great victory for us. We start around like 82%, now we're 94%. So yeah, we are getting out Dumpster Mythic, and I do need to end this video, but we're gonna fire off another Kaladesh Remastered video after this. So stay tuned, and I do need to do the whole Crack-a-Pack thing. Hopefully, Kaladesh Remastered isn't gone by the time I do the second video, but this is awesome. Yeah, Simic self-assemblers 7-0. It shows the power of the self-assemblers, and then if you pick up more than 2 copy, usually 3 or 4, it's really strong. And yeah, this is the deck. Basically, this was the MVP card of the deck. Didn't see the fabrication module go off too much. The rest of these cards are pretty good as well, but the self-assemblers really got me there. So yeah, 17 lands seems great. And yeah, there's not much to say. We were well positioned for a blue-green energy multicolored deck, but yeah, just couldn't pass up these self-assemblers. But overall, just a really solid deck. Happy that I got 7 wins with it. So yeah, we're gonna. Did I add this to my deck list already? I think I did. Let's claim our prize. And let's pretend we're drafting Kaladesh Remastered, and then hopefully I can fire off one last video before it expires soon. So let's see. Pack 1, pick 1, Kaladesh Remastered. Bristling Hydra is a bomb. We'll take this. Gets energy when it ETBs, put a 1/1 counter on Bristling Hydra, gains hexproof until end of turn. Great card. There's also Vengeful Rebel. I mean, it's not easy to enable Revolt, but if you can, it's pretty strong. It can be a potential 2-for-1. I would definitely take Ether Chaser out of over Malphus Revolutionary and the rest of these other commons too. Night Market Lookout's also a bit of a sleeper in the set. I don't know. I mean, it's close between Ether Chaser and Vengeful Rebel actually. Like, if you can enable Revolt, and if you can play this out, this card is really strong. It's just really excellent. However, if you can't, it's just going to become a 3-mana 3/2, which sucks. And that's, I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's just very mediocre. Whereas Ether Chaser has a lot more potential, and it's also in one of the better colors in the set. So yeah, I could see the argument taking Ether Chaser over Vengeful Rebel, but if you pick up those Renegade maps, Vengeful Rebel is really nutty. But Bristling Hydra is a bomb. Like, becomes in a 3 energy right away. It can give itself 1 counter and hexproof, so it can dodge any removal spell, and it can just grow out of hand in the right energy deck. So it's definitely a bomb. Ofa Johnny's really strong. Yeah, this is a mini. I guess this is a 2-mana. Just put a 1/1 counter on each screen. Yeah, this is a strong card. I would probably take this out of this pack. Alternatively, there's Pyro Helix, and then I mean, there's also nothing wrong with first taking Minister of Inquiries over the weaker commons, since, you know, the mill thing can come together. If you pick up like 3 copies of this, you can just end up playing like a blue energy deck, where you just play control all day and just mail out the opponent. So this card can actually work too, but I would take Ofa Vajani. Haven't seen a mill thing come together too often, but I think it could still be possible. Nothing here. Night Market Lookout probably better than the rest of these other cards. This card with Skyskip is really busted, so don't sleep on Night Market Lookout. It can be insane in the right deck with 2 Skyskips. Oh, but Johnny's just a bomb too. Like, who cares if the second ability gives the opponent life? Like, you're still exiling a target creature, and then the plus ability is just it's just going to gain you card advantage every single time. Also, you can splash this in green, because green has so much mana fixing. You can just play this in any green deck, and it's just insanely powerful. This card's nutty. Alternatively, I would probably take Skyship Plunderer over Propeller Pioneer, because it's just insane with counters and energies. Daredevil Dragster is also can keep us open. Still a fine card too. Easy to crew, and then if you can get 2 attacks off of it, you can draw 2 cards. So this card is also pretty good too. I'm not sure if I would take this over Skyship Plunderer. Plunderer is 1 toughness, so there's that argument that the 1 toughness could be a detriment. But if this is left on the battlefield, it can connect once or twice and go off, like in the last game, the last draft that we did. Last couple of drafts that we did is great. I would probably take Sheaf the Foundry over Ether Chaser. Kita City could be fine if this is going late around the pack. It can be a nice way to get if you're in a board stall and you're and everyone's just trying to attack with the ground creatures. Like, this card can help you close out the game by like, even if you do discard a card, like, you don't mind discarding lands in the late game, and then you can just rebuy the card by paying 2 generic on your upkeep. So this card I don't think is a bomb, but it's a nice utility card. Don't avoid it, but don't like overrate this card. Like, if you were playing like large ground creatures and you need to get attacks across and you don't have trample, this card can be pretty good. So like good with like thriving rhinos in the late game. Like in green mirror matches, this could be good. Still a very situational card though. I'll take Chief of the Foundry over Ether Chaser because it just goes in any deck, basically, that's playing lots of artifacts. Basically, green doesn't care about artifacts so much, so you don't need to... So I guess it's not everything else besides green, but if you can make servo tokens and doctor tokens, just having the ability to pump them is great. And then Ether Chaser would probably be my pick over Key to the City, so it's between these two cards. Ember Bruiser is also a decent card as well. Usually black tends to be more grinding and controlling the set. It can be aggressive, but black is more grinding and controlling. Yeah, I'll take Vengeful Rebel over both of these other cards. I don't think Scrap Trawler is necessarily that great. Yeah, it just brings back like 2 CMC, 1 CMC artifacts like Renegade Map. It's fine, but it's kind of filler. It's not that great. I would probably take Renegade Map over both of these, but I would take Vengeful Rebel over all of these. Yeah, great uncommon. Hard to trigger a Revolt, but it's one of the better Revolt payoffs. And definitely very strong if you open up cards like Hidden Stockpile. Glint-Sleeve Artisan versus Renegade Willsmith. I've seen these go pretty late. I would actually take the Renegade Willsmith here and go 2 colors. Faithful Showdown is also okay. Usually red has enough removal. You don't need this instant situational removal where you discard a number of cards. I guess it goes to any target, so you can burn the opponent out if you have a bunch of cards in your hand. But red is pretty aggressive, so it tends to dump its hand really quickly. So you might not even have a whole full grip of cards if you're playing red. So it's still meh. It's an okay rare. I would still take Renegade Willsmith. It's fine taking a gold uncommon over Glint-Sleeve Artisan because again, I've been seeing them pretty late, even though I think it's either the first or the second best white common in the set. And Rage Giant versus Decoction Module. Decoction Module is one of the more weaker modules, but in the right energy deck, it's pretty nutty. With cards with great ETP effects, it can be also really nutty in the late game. Yeah, if you're playing a heavy Dedicate energy deck, I mean, this card can be really strong. Has high upside, but so you definitely want to stick with Teamer and sometimes a bit of black. There's also Enraged Giant, which is also a great creature to ramp out with the Ether Swoopers. So if you're playing like lots of cheap artifacts, this card can be great. Which probably would be my pick over Decoction Module. I've just been very impressed by the Improvise deck. You know, there's just so many cheap artifacts in the set, and just ramping this out as a 4/4 Trample Haste to catch the opponent off guard in the correct red aggressive deck is really strong. Especially if you're playing blue-red with Gear Seeker Serpents. Dynavolt Tower, again, this set is not about, there's not too many instances of sorceries in the set. I guess you want to play this in mostly just blue-red, so it's not easy to trigger, but if you can, I mean, you can still play this in a heavy Dedicate energy deck with a small amount of creatures, I mean, a small amount of instances of sorceries, and still play creatures that generate a ton of energy, and then this can just go ham. So definitely don't sleep on Dynavolt Tower. I would probably still take Dynavolt over the second best card in this pack, which is Wetwork Sprawler, which is another good improvised creature. Either Torch Renegade, if you can generate a ton of mana energy, could be fine as well. It's also decent in the Dynavolt Tower deck because it generates a ton of energy. It's a 1/1 pinger, and then if you can also use the energy to burn the opponent out. But overall, it's a really lackluster body. 3 mana 1/2 doesn't block profitably, and you can still. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, because red is trying to win with damage. It's trying to improvise artifacts and win with damage. It's not trying to burn the opponent out from a distance. Even red-blue is trying to win with damage in the set. Self-Assembler, maybe the pick over Hunt the Weak. Yeah, we saw how powerful this card can be. Yeah, I would probably take it because it goes in any deck. But yeah, pick up 3 more copies of this and you can just go ham. Self-Assembler was definitely an overperformer in the previous draft. And I'll take Cloud Blazer over everything else here. Second pick will probably be Servant of the Conduit in the best green. In the best color in the set, which I consider green. And also helps you fix ramp, generates energy. Whir of Invention, I don't think it's necessarily great. Pretty bad card. Too expensive for what it does. And even if it does what it does, it's pretty underwhelming. Fenholler, also decent curve topper. Usually black has low quality creatures in the set. This is one of the better high quality creatures. And then if you need a curve topper, if you're drafting black improvise, this can help. So Fenholler could be nice, but I would take Cloud Blazer out of everything else. Cloud Blazer is a mythic uncommon. There's a lot of dual color mythic uncommons. Imperial Voyager is very excellent. I wouldn't call it mythic uncommon though, but a very excellent card. But now over Ether Sphere Harvester, which is also great. I think in one of my videos, I did beat an Ether Harvester deck. I'm not sure. I think I did. I think the guy was like land screwed or something, or did I lose to him? Not sure. I think I did a play where I had him gain like 6 life, and he had like a 1/1 Death Toucher. I don't know. It was in one of the previous games. I was pretty surprised I even won against that opponent, honestly. Or did I win? No, I probably lost. Not sure. He just gained like so much value out of this. This card's incredible. Even especially in an energy deck, it just becomes a 3/5 lifelinker in the air. Hard to block, just generates your life every single turn. Great card. Definitely the first pick here. Second pick would be Imperial Voyager, nothing great at common, and then we'll open up a Forgotten Realms booster pack as a special prize. Not necessarily a great set, but yeah, I think the best 2 cards is Cleric Class and Priest of the Ancient Lore. Priest of the Ancient Lore is the best white common, but you want to play this in a life gain deck anyways. Like, sure, it keeps you open. You can still play this in white-green, in white-black, in white-red, etc. But I might be more inclined to just take Cleric Class. Cleric Class is just really powerful. Like, if you can level this with turn 4, like, any life gain that you get, especially from the Priest, will just gain a counter. And then the level 3 just gains you life and reanimates a creature, and you also gain extra life. So I think this has more upside than the Priest. Priest, again, keeps us more open, but you want to play, in white in this set, for the most part, you want to play the white life gain deck anyways, right? Because it's the best archetype for white in Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Like, white-black, speedrun dungeons is fine. White-blue, tempo evasion, sometimes white-blue control. Venture is fine. Venture is just really underwhelming. White-red doesn't come together unless you open up Brunor and like plate armor and a bunch of like other equipments, cheap equipments. And then there's white-green, which has most of the white commons has life gain synergy, like this Dawn Bringer Cleric. So you want payoffs like the Cleric class over the enablers first. But yeah, I would take Cleric Class here, and then, yeah, nothing else great outside the Priest and Cleric Class. Orb is pretty unplayable. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. We're going to fire off a second Kaladesh Remastered draft, and then I'll upload it before it runs out. So, yep, see you guys soon. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.